Yeah, baby.
You're a monster.
Oh, I'm printing something out I thought it'd
okay.
get done before we popped on the air, but it's just a printer, so who gives a rest?
I don't care. It makes it sound like we're far more important than we are. We're like a business center. You are a monster. I said how excited I am that you and Don Shelby are going to be at the state fair, and he goes, whatever, you're not excited about that. Whatever.
Yeah, it was such a phony delivery. Oh, Tom, I'm so happy for you,
I didn't even. I go, oh,
you
that's
did too.
awesome.
It was a disaster.
It is awesome that you and Don Shelby are going to be at the state fair.
Yeah, we should probably talk about that. Well, Rudy, you know more about this than anybody else.
Yeah, so I was chatting.
He goes, yes, I do.
Well, I do have, absolutely. I'm the one who set all this up.
Literally just came and told us.
So we had the idea, like last week I was talking to somebody from Hubbard, and they were talking about the broadcast, and I said, you know what would be great? I said, it's been so long since Don Shelby has been out in the crowds at the state fair. I was like, what if we can get him and Tom, two broadcasting legends, on a stage, middle of the state fair, 10 a.m., Saturday morning. And I emailed Don, and I said, what do you think? And, of course, I should grab my email and read you guys what he wrote me back, because it is like the most Don Shelby fashion ever. Because he wrote something back like, this sounds like an exquisitely exuberant time.
See?
Okay, you said that two radio legend deals, or legends in the business, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you see, there's the wallet right there. Gonna have to pay up for that one.
Well,
yeah, right?
Trust me, because I was thinking about it.
You are such a monster today.
And
You're a monster.
Well, they have like so many dumb talent shows at the state fair, like my old morning shows. Like, we're going to do a lip sync contest. I'm like, what are we, 12? This isn't TikTok,
God.
you idiots.
Yeah.
And when I was talking to Amy Daniels last night, I got goosebumps just thinking about the fact that you and Don Shelby are going to be together on the same stage for 1 hour broadcasting live at the state fair. It blew me away.
It's going to be great.
Can you imagine,
know.
the state, and especially that time with that crowd on a weekend? Dude, we're going to pack that place.
It's going to be so, it's like, I'm like, I don't even care if they're like, Brittany, you're not allowed to be on stage when they are, and say, I understand.
Yeah.
Like, I understand. Like, that's so cool. You think that we're like blowing smoke up your ass, but we already have jobs. Like, you've given us jobs. We're fine.
I'm going to fire you.
Still, duh. And then rehire me. Because
you see this? Amy Daniels, I called her last night. She never called me back. So she's bullshitting with you. I don't even get a call back.
Well, that's we're setting up the Don. Do you know how big of a deal it is to get John Shelby? I mean, there is. I'm telling you.
You're so casual about it. To you, it's like, oh, Don's coming. Oh, okay.
You know what's so great about that? And I want to. Here's what I love about that half of Minnesotans that I hate. Okay, they'll go, oh my God, he's so conservative. He just hasn't done it. First of all, I've never been ultra conservative anyway. I've taken some conservative views, some liberal views, all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Do you think people like Don Shelby would have anything to do with me if I were ultra conservative?
Yeah. No, I mean, no, not at all.
Of course not.
Of course not.
So why don't people look at the facts and then shut their fat ass mouths and move on with life? That's the part of Minnesota that I really don't like, that people will run their mouths. I am look, I'll go down the list of them, just 3 of them. I could go down the whole list, but there are no more liberal people in this state than Don Shelby, Chad Hartman. I can go down I love those people. Those people are dear friends of mine. I adore them. I listen to them. So what I'd like now to do is fold up all TV and newspaper news and just rely on, even radio too, just rely on podcasting for your news. That's all I'm saying.
Done.
Right?
I'm in.
No, honest to God, Rudy, I can't tell you what this means to me, because I literally, okay, I'm going to get a little emotional here, but when he went through all those health problems, it was tearing me apart, man. When Don Shelby can't talk, what the hell kind of world is that to live in? I love that man. He's one of my favorite people, one of the smartest sumbitches I've ever met.
Absolutely.
Other than you and Brittany, of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
I'd be happy to be a close
genius level.
3rd, 4th, 5th under Don Shelby.
Yeah.
He was sitting here talking to me and he treats you like you are an equal, which is wild. Like when I was here with him, I'm like, you can talk down to me. I'm fine with that. And he's like, no. I'm like, okay, I can't. He's so lovely. And
he is a wonderful man.
Your guys' friendship is #goals, adorable.
Like I said, I got tears in my damn eyes because of you, Shelby, you pill. I hate you.
We're going to have so much fun. And
I hate Shelby.
a weekend, so maybe Alex and the kids will come. Maybe I'll bring Go-Go. Like, it's going to be such a fun day.
God, your buddy Alex.
I know.
When we were up north, she said I yelled at her about something.
I believe it.
Hasn't talked to me for a week.
Oh, real? Okay.
So now last night we sat down. I was like, would you settle down, for Christ's sake? I said, why don't you get a little more Scandinavian after marrying a Scando?
Didn't she come into the show?
Yeah, but she didn't talk to me.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Goddamn pain in the ass.
Fine. We hate Alex.
Yes,
Enemy number
we
one.
hate Don. We hate Alex. We hate everyone.
I messaged Alex last night about the throw-up bowl, and you guys definitely... She said you guys didn't have a designated throw-up bowl, but you had mini throw-up bowls.
We didn't ever have a bowl. We had well, I'll give you an example. I already got a call from Mike Bilski this morning who said, did Brittany's family ever hear of an empty ice bucket? Like an ice cream bucket?
Yeah.
That's what you throw up in, apparently.
I want to get Catherine on the horn. I want to call. Can Catherine call in today?
Well, we'd have to do middays in order to get her up.
You're such a monster.
Make sure she's out of bed.
I know that's not true.
Yeah, she's on the same schedule my daughter is right now.
Yeah.
Come home at 11 and she's just like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, you still have crusties in your eyes. Like, you should be up like tending to the back 40.
I love when people can sleep in. I find that, like, I don't know what it is, like a comfort thing. Especially a teenager. I never slept in as a teenager, and I just wish I could have. So I feel like, let kids sleep in.
I'll tell you another great thing that happened last, because Dan's out of town, so Alex and the kids came over for dinner last night. You know, and Fawny and Ethan, oh my God, those two adore one another. And then last night they're all leaving. Sagey, 5-year-old Sage, comes running over, gives me a hug, and gives me a kiss. It was the sweet. See, that's the kind of stuff. That's what life means to me. Not going through the news and saying this person's horrible and oh my God, we're all in danger and everything is not terrible. Open your eyes and look at a little 5-year-old boy who kisses his grandfather goodnight.
That's so cute.
That's the real world, though, isn't it?
Yeah, for me. I mean, yesterday we broke out the splash pad and we put.
See?
Oh, it was awesome.
There you go.
Did
you vomit on that too?
No. She didn't, but we put out her little
not her.
folding chair in the splash pad.
There you go.
And then she just corned it up, going, full shoulders, just naked baby in a splash pad. Yeah,
naked baby.
I feel like that's my day today.
I have not watched the news lately. Are they still puking up all this? Everybody hates everybody, and the world's coming to an end, and everything sucks.
There's a lot of silliness in the news today.
Really?
Yeah, there's actually some pretty decent stories out there.
Oh,
like
good.
it's free Slurpee Day at 7-Eleven. That was because it's 7-Eleven today. And then as I looked at the date today, I thought, oh my God, like we're already halfway through the year. It blew me away, man. I'm booking dates in like November.
Ew.
And I was like, that's gross. I don't want to be doing that.
Ew.
Ugh, back to school stuff is already out. Yeah.
Well, yeah, school starts in 2 months.
Yeah.
Or a little under 2 months.
Under than that. I think Kinley's got 6.5 weeks to go.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Let her sleep.
I always skip the first and last months of the year anyway. I would just go in and instead of going in September, I'd go in October and go, you ain't teaching me shit anyway, so I'm not showing up. Forget it.
See, and nothing happened to you. Kids.
Yeah, a guy I went to
Don't go
high
to
school
school.
with, Santi Abadi. I'll never forget it. Santi used to show up his senior year of high school. He showed up every day at 9:15. Class started at 7:45, but he showed up. We would be sitting in math class watching him walk into school, and he basically one day told the principal, because they were like, "You have to stop coming in tardy," and he said. He goes, why can't you get somewhere on time? And he said, I am proving to you that I can get somewhere on time, but not on your time, on my time. I will be here every day at 9:15, not 7:45. And they said, fine. And they let him come in at 9:15 every morning.
Remember, that's what I did, too. I went to a home room and left.
Yeah.
That's it. You got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah, you get your mark for the day. Can I get a bathroom pass? They hand you that long stick that had said bathroom pass on it, and then you dropped it off in the hallway, and off you went.
And remember why they let him come in at 9:15? Because they still got their money for him being there.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's all about money. I mean, you look at these marches and parades, and this is all about money. Look, God bless you. Make as much money as you can. But one thing I will tell you, I wouldn't start chirping too loudly about how much money you're making. Oh, we got this new contract and I'm making so much money. What you're basically doing is inviting every scumbag on earth to reach out to you for a loan. Mm-hmm. So I would, if I were involved in any, well, I am involved in 2 unions, SAG and AFTRA. Well, they're all the same, just one union now, I think. But they were 2 separate unions at the beginning. So I've been a union guy my whole life. I'm not pissing all over unions. I'm just saying be very, very careful chirping about how much money you make, because your dirtbag buddies will step up. Oh, Tom, I really need your help. And I think, shut up, for Christ, get away from me.
Yeah.
Nice shoes.
I watched the American Gladiators. I watched that American Gladiators documentary, and then I also watched, there was something else recently that I watched, and in both of these instances, they were talking about how little money like the talent was making.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, on the back end, the American Gladiators thing, they were selling merchandise, millions and millions of dollars of merchandise. Yep. Meanwhile, the Gladiators were making like $60K a year. And I feel like every documentary you watch about somebody who does an endeavor like that, and they go, us, the talent, were just getting totally hosed. Meanwhile, management was making a ton of money. And as I was thinking about it, I thought, I feel like that's where I'm at in my career right now. I make nothing. Everybody else makes a ton. But on the back end is where you actually, because they talk about how we're doing fine now. Like they finally got like merchandise deals and stuff. And I feel like that's where I'm at in my career. And I don't think it's a bad thing. Mm-hmm. I think sometimes people get like angry about, I need to make money right now. No. You need to prove your worth. And then once you prove it, then you finally make your dollars. Yeah.
My advice you want to make money, get off your ass.
1,000%.
I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm not chirping about what a wonderful man I am, but I learned when I was 11 years old to get off my ass and get a job. And the only thing I didn't learn is, no, never mind. I don't want to say that. It sounds really, really bad.
One of my old bosses gave me a great piece of advice, and it was, let's not be in save a nickel mode. Let's be in make a buck mode.
There you go.
And I thought I will always live by that. Yeah. Absolutely.
So who was that told you that?
An old boss of mine.
That's very smart.
Absolutely.
Very, very smart. Yeah. So we just go through life, and the one thing that I don't like about business right now is there's no communication at all. Things just happen, and there's no reason for them to have happened. And, since I own half this show, the Hubbard owns the other half, I should probably know everything we're doing, don't you think?
Yeah.
I don't. I don't ever hear about any of this stuff. It just happens.
You know your 50%.
Yeah, well,
I'm going
to know their 50% real soon, too.
Which you shouldn't.
That.
Yeah.
Jesus. Communications. It's so funny because when you looked at, or I should say not you, when I looked at the internet and all the rest of it, I thought this is really going to create some great communication. Exact opposite happened. We don't communicate at all anymore.
Well, I think a lot of times the problem is, especially with big companies, is there's so much communication that then the important stuff kind of gets like buried. All of a sudden, I mean, I get a bajillion emails. I'm not even like a business person, and I get a bajillion emails a day about, hey, do this, mandatory program. Hey, this is what's the menu. Hey, this is the.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, I don't even know what to do with all that.
I know. You think it's a bad sign on a Tuesday I've already talked to 3 lawyers before 7 o'clock in the morning?
It's your friend group, your BFFs are very, first off, they wake up early.
One of them was a friend of mine. The other 2 weren't.
No, the other 2 were.
Depends on what kind of lawyers.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Criminal lawyers, you might have a problem.
Yeah, luckily, I'm not much of a criminal. I got to be honest. I'd be a terrible criminal. Oh, you know what? I feel really bad about stealing that money from you. Yeah, I could never be a criminal. First of all, I'd have to admit to myself that I'm so lame, untalented, and stupid I can't make my own money. I have to steal it from someone else. How do people that do that kind of thing live with themselves? Are they that dumb?
I think they think that they're like getting things over on people. I think there's something that they feel like they're actually smart.
Yeah,
you know
but anybody
what I mean?
could do that.
I know.
You don't have to be smart to do that. You just have to be a crook.
You just have to be able to like turn off your empathy brain completely.
It's true. It's absolutely true. Look, like I said last night, I spent the evening with my wife, our daughter, her 2 children. I couldn't be happier. I don't care about the rest of that stuff. I like coming in here and schmooze. I mean, let's be honest. We sit here and go blah, 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 and then we get a check. I'm like, come on.
It's the best.
Well, for you, you don't do a damn thing.
I mean, that's made that very clear.
Except to interrupt. You're really good at interrupting.
I literally feel like we are so stupid lucky.
She ignored that. Did you see that?
And blew right past
Just blew right past it.
It's almost like I did it intentionally.
Yeah, it's almost like that. There's no question. All right. So, no, I think that's absolutely right. Focus on your family. And if you don't like your family, then move and go somewhere else. But, if you're looking at, I literally watched the news this morning for about 3 minutes. And could you do me a favor? And I'm going to do my impression of the Fox News morning show. So you two start talking to one another at the same time. You ready?
At the same, okay.
Yeah.
A conversation or interrupting?
No, interrupting each other, talking over each other.
All right, go.
Okay, go ahead, Brittany.
Well, I found myself in a...
What'd you find?
I found that there was money.
Well, I think you're
in
both wrong, because the thing about it is, all three of them talk at once.
Yeah.
How in the hell can you not hear somebody else is talking? On television.
Yeah, I don't know. I get distracted by the tan skin and the white teeth. I can never. It's just so bright. It's just like, could you guys bring down the HD just a little bit? I can't stand.
Yeah.
It's too much on my brain. And then the audio version of it, you're right, where everybody is just talking at a loud level over one another. My brain just goes, yeah, just turn it off. It's not worth it.
There's a billboard campaign in town right now where the guy that's on the billboard, I swear to God, it depends on what part of town you're in, what ethnicity he is. His skin gets darker in some areas,
Sure.
it gets lighter in others. Like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. Yeah, if you ever go to, I don't see it much in Minneapolis, but traveling around to bigger cities, I'll notice it a lot. Like when I go to Chicago, I'll be in a hotel room and I'll be watching TV, and then like a commercial for McDonald's will come on, and I'll go, I don't see any of those people on that commercial in my city. Because they're just like, it's amazing like how segregated that they make it nowadays.
No doubt
it's
about
very
it.
segregated.
The internet has literally pitted us against one another. Instead of bringing us all together with all this knowledge that's available to us at just a touch of a button, it's made it worse, not better.
Yeah.
Because there's too much money to be made. I mean, let's be honest. Everything is about money. It's money, 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 money. Nothing else matters.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up Catholic. They built a pretty damn nice house at the Vatican, I thought.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You got starving Catholics everywhere, but you're living in about a $300 million mansion.
Yeah.
What is that?
It definitely turns people off. I was a very
Turned me off.
Yeah, I was a very religious guy. In fact, I have a Jesus tattoo on my leg.
Oh, let me see it.
That I got when I was like, because I was very much so into the church when I was like 19, 20 years old. Let's see if I can show you guys.
That makes sense.
Can you see that?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
My,
Yeah.
I never noticed that. Holy
Yeah.
cripes, that's huge.
Yeah, and it's now I'm 43, and somebody said to me the other day, they said I was kind of complaining about it, and they go, well, at least it's not like a Nazi tattaoo or something. I said, at least people like Nazis. People hate the church.
Yeah, they do.
Do you know?
You're right.
Yeah, I was
You're
at the
right.
gym the other day, and just I could see some guy. He had like half his head shaved, and he had like a mohawk, and then and he was staring at that tattoo, and I could tell like there was ire in his eyes. Like, how dare this guy have a Jesus tattoo? And I was like, trust me, man, I'm more on your side than the side of the tattoo these days, but it's still there, and whatever.
But I have a question. Just tell them, well, no, it's the guy from Grateful Dead. It's not
Sure,
Jesus.
yeah. Yeah, long-haired hippie.
No, look, don't you think, well, I shouldn't have put it that way. I'll just say that I think there has to be something bigger than me. Right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, greater power for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so why do people fight against that? Do you really think you're the most important thing on earth? Really?
That's kind of the big premise in a lot of recovery places is finding an entity bigger than you perspective.
Yeah, that's true.
And it has nothing to do, it's not God. It can be God if that's what you want to call it, or it can be, trees. You can say that trees are my, bigger than myself, my, it's whatever you want it to be. So I think you're right. Like finding whatever that is for you that you feel comfortable with is perfect. And
let me put it this way. I've talked about this many times over my career. God is just a shortened version of the word good, and evil, devil, evil. Get it? Mm-hmm. I mean, there's evil and there's good. If that's what God is, then God definitely exists. The devil exists. If that's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't spend a whole lot of time focusing on the devil. And some days I wake up in the morning and I go, oh my God, I hope you exist because I really need help. That's all I'm saying.
Sure.
Dealing with some of these psychopaths you have to deal with now.
yeah.
No, I just, like I said, my God is right now, my wife, my family, my friends. Maybe you two will break the door down someday, but you're not in yet. It's one of those.
You're such a
deals.
liar.
You're out of the circle, Fokker.
Yeah. Oh, I remember Fokker. That's a great deal. No, be happy for Christ's sake. It's 50. Well, here's a good reason to be happy. A sunny morning, then clouds increase with a shower maybe in the evening. That's not. We need showers, so that's good. 78 for the high. Mostly cloudy, a few showers, low as 60. Partial sunshine, an afternoon shower again. Partly to mostly cloudy, mostly sunny, partly to mostly sunny and warmer on Thursday with a high of 83. The weather's looking really, really good. A little shower action, not pouring rain. We need that to keep the plants growing. It is sunny and 68. 68. It's 58. I thought it said 68 for a moment. It's sunny and 58 as we speak. It's a little chilly.
Yeah, it'll warm up quick.
It will. There are just way too many good things in life to be sitting around wringing your hands and trying to solve things you could never even think of solving by yourself. Mm-hmm. Calm down. Most of you do what I did. Just drop out of school at 16. I'm a much happier person because I did that. And I'm being very serious about that. If I had stayed in school, I'd be a completely different person and probably be not very happy. It just wasn't for me.
That wasn't your path.
No, going to school was not my path. Like I said, I learned everything I need to learn by the time I was out of 8th grade, so I moved. That doesn't mean I'm a genius or anything. It just means I paid attention and we moved forward. And look, I related to some teachers. I'm not anti-teacher. I think some of these teachers are way out of line with this bullshit that's going on now. Failing children because you don't agree with some of the words they use. Mm-hmm. How dare you do something like that?
Yeah, it just seems so not what a teacher is for, what a teacher stands for. And that's what the thing is. When you have been around good teachers, my mom was an amazing teacher. When you go. When you've been around good teachers, when you see a bad one or you hear something, you go, that is the opposite of what we're going for here.
As I said, I went to the wedding. Mm-hmm. Tino and Michelle Lettieri's son. Vinny got married over the weekend, and I ran into all these wonderful people that I know. Frank and Amelia were there, and a bunch of people that I really, really like. Angie and her husband Tom were there. Great people. I don't go to, the reason I don't go to receptions at weddings is because I was in a band, so I used to be at receptions like every weekend, Friday and Saturday night. Yeah. And so I don't go to the receptions because I've been to so many of them in my life. But it's just being around so many wonderful people, Tino and Michelle were ecstatic. Louie and Francine. Francine's much too good for Louie, by the way. Let me point that out. Okay?
It seems like a common theme with your friends. Sorry.
It's really true. It's absolutely true. Oh, God, I better get moving here. But, yeah, I'd like to kind of focus on the positives and everything's looking good and life is happy and wonderful. And
okay.
Right?
Let's do it.
I mean, you got to take care of business. I understand that. If bad things happen, take care of them. But this whole idea that, oh, my God, I'm wringing my hands because it's all coming to it, just shut up. Make an effort.
We have unfortunately been saying calm down around the cul-de-sac a lot, me and Priscilla, and every time we do, we go, oh no, we're becoming Tom.
Calm down.
Just calm down, everybody. Me and Priscilla look at each other and go, oh no, we're becoming Tom.
That's not a good thing.
Thank you.
It means you'll be waking up in the middle of the night terrified that you're part of the world.
I'm too tired to do that yet.
Oh my God, I'm still part of humanity. How horrifying. We have to... Now you made me cough, damn it. I think I'm getting better, though.
Yeah, you sound better, way better than yesterday.
Yeah, because I was all plugged up yesterday. So I think things are getting better, so that's wonderful.
Good.
We'll be right back right after this. Mike has an amazing offer for my listeners on Giza Elegance My Pillows. You will receive a Giza Elegance My Pillow for as low as $19.98. Regular price is $69.98. This MyPillow comes in 4 levels of support. You will also receive deep discounts on all MyPillow products, such as MyPillow towels, mattress topper, My Slippers, and so much more. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the radio podcast square to receive Mike's amazing offer on the Giza Elegance MyPillow for as low as $19.98 and use promo code TOM. This offer comes with a 10-year warranty, so you know it's going to last, and a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. It's time to start getting the quality sleep we not only want, but we do need. Go to MyPillow.com, use promo code TOM to take advantage of Mike's special offer on his Giza Elegance MyPillow. That's MyPillow.com, promo code TOM. There's plenty of thoughts that come into your head when you think the name Killebrew. Of course, there's the Minnesota baseball legend, Harmon, who was responsible for many a favorite memory at the old Met Stadium in Bloomington, and many a baseball that ended up in the stands and in the gloves of adoring fans from his home runs. There's Killebrew Drive, the legendary road that connects Highway 77 to the Mall of America, and a day of shopping you'll never forget. My current thoughts for the name Killebrew is fun floats in our kitchen with my kids and grandkids, a cool, refreshing break in between innings at Target or CHS Field. Or maybe a perfect sunset paired with a sweet, frothy beverage after fishing or on your favorite walleye lake. Killebrew root beer and cream soda. Grab a six-pack at a grocery or convenience store near you. I'm Tom Barnard. This spring and summer, enjoy the one Killebrew root beer and cream soda. Gluten and caffeine-free with a generous portion of delicious thrown in. Killebrew, where memories are created and legends are made.
Boating season is here, and many of you will be hauling a boat to the lake this summer. At Bradshaw & Bryant, we encourage you to keep yourself and others safe by obeying the laws of the lakes. Keep in mind that children 10 and under are required to wear a life jacket at all times. It's also good to make sure everything on the boat is in working order before heading out into the water. Alcohol causes thousands of boating injuries every year. Remember that the captain is responsible for the crew and cannot be over the legal limit. And please, not only be aware of other boats on the water, but keep an eye out for water skiers, tubers, and jet skiers. I'm Mike Bryant from Bradshaw & Bryant. Please do your part to keep yourself and others safe on the lakes this summer.
You can find Mike Bryant of Bradshaw & Bryant and at MinnesotaPersonalInjury.com. Mike Bryant, seeking justice for the injured.
Working harder, going farther, with Mike Bryant on your side, seeking justice for the injured. Bradshaw & Bryant.
There's a guy named Tom Cross who likes to do kite things. Tom takes the phrase, go fly a kite, to an extreme, and for years goes all over the country in search of great kite flying events. Lincoln City, Oregon comes to mind, with Chinook winds and 7 miles of pristine beach that draws folks from all over North America for the best kite flying conditions in the world. Tom brings a little Minnesota with him when he goes to Lincoln City in his new 2109S Rockwood Mini Light travel trailer. The new lightweights from Rockwood are very popular. Tom hauls his trailer from Niemeyer Trailer Sales in Albertville and Elko New Market, Minnesota. Niemeyer Trailer Sales is the only place Tom would prepare his next kite flight. Solar panels, exterior griddle, air conditioning are just a few of the standard features in his Rockwood by Forest River, from the place that is your ultimate RV headquarters since 1965. This is Tom Barnard. Visit my friends at Niemeyer Trailer Sales and take your passion on the road. Niemeyer Trailer Sales. Go to NIEMEYERS.com. Niemeyer Trailer Sales. Is that what she sounds like? Because I called her yesterday and she never called me back, so I kind of forgot what Amy sounds like. You know what I mean?
Is Amy going to be on the boat?
I hope not. I'd have to throw her off for not calling me back yesterday.
So dramatic.
I think she lives on a dock slip, like right next to it, doesn't she?
Does,
yeah.
It's like right
does,
there,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, she just got that house.
Oh, I can't make it. It's too far to travel.
Right?
I just love the fact, and I really do love the fact. You know, I know Tom's coming, but I don't care about that. Is Catherine coming? It's like, yeah, thanks.
Wait,
Thanks
I
a lot.
said that, you're saying?
Everybody said it to me so far.
But here's the thing, I hang out with you all the time. And I like
Not by my choice, believe me.
I know, I like hanging out with you. You're on the fence about me. It's fine.
On the fence.
I'm excited that Catherine's going to be there. I love hanging out with her.
She's a wonderful person. There's no way to get her. She makes bad choices, like husbands and stuff.
Oh, terrible choices.
Terrible choices, but other than that.
Man, we dropped some cash in Vegas, her and I.
Oh, well, thank you for tipping me off to that. That's great news.
It was a long time ago now that you can't refute the charges, so I felt comfortable to finally bring
You
it
mean
up.
dispute, not refute.
Yeah.
Was refute not a word?
Yes, but it's not in that case.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not.
Well, I'm
you
just
do
shocked.
that all the time. So
I know, I
I'm
do
used to
too.
it.
I mean, I know.
No, I didn't say I did. I said you did.
I was trying to say, I know I do. Refute could be prove that something is wrong.
Yeah, to refute something.
Yeah,
but
I said
dispute it.
Refute would work too in this situation.
Okay.
Why are we looking towards
Why are you
Rudy?
looking at me? I am
We both
definitely not
looked
the
towards
guy.
him, and he's...
I am definitely not the guy to be asking on this.
Wouldn't you initially dispute it, and then if you had to do it again, you'd refute it?
I think you can do either. I don't think there is
Okay.
an order of... Because it just says refute. Prove that someone is wrong.
No, wait a minute. Which one are you, Merriam or Webster?
Webster. Brittany Webster.
Brittany Webster. No, you're refute. I suppose. You know what? the way people have massacred the language now in America, you can say whatever you want. It just, people say things to me sometimes like, what are you talking about?
You're the only one that you and Justin are the only ones that call me out because I use words wrong all the time.
Everybody does.
But I'm very confident, and I'll say it, and I'll walk away and live my life, and I'll be like, that was not even real words. But you and Justin will be like, wait a second.
Let's dial her back.
Did you just say this? And I'll go, ugh.
My favorite so far, and it's only on our second day, 1 hour in, or not even half an hour in, I just love the fact that you do the things that you do. It's amazing to me.
Thank you. I know it's about to be a huge compliment.
No, never mind. I'll tell you later.
No, tell me now.
No, okay, so Rudy puts together a good game show, and I told him after, I said, that sounded great. I love that kind of stuff, the game shows on the show and all the rest of it.
Yes, sir.
But I just love the fact in the game show, okay, her father was Tony Curtis, her mother was Janet Lee, and her name is, and you went, I said, you see, Lee and Curtis. Oh, yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis. Jesus. I couldn't believe it. You got every hint in the world and you still got it wrong.
I'm still disgusted that I got Mark Twain wrong.
That's right. I forgot about that one.
Like, I read constantly. I just had to buy a new Kindle because my Kindle went through the wash because
Oh, no.
I know. I grabbed up, but it's Prime Day, so I'm going to buy it today. But I grabbed all my sheets, and my Kindle's normally in my bed, and I threw it in the wash. Washed that bad boy, crushed. But I've thought about the Mark Twain thing since that game show happened. Like Jamie Lee Curtis, meh. But Mark Twain, I couldn't think of.
Tough one to miss.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But you got it.
Well, I said Mark Twain. I said that, Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn. It's not like I said the celebrated jumping frog. You know, like there was those two books you should have known. Yeah.
I know. And then, like, me and Emma talked later. We're both like, how did we not get Mark?
Well, but Emma's like 13 years old.
She literally probably did the high school reading a month ago.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was on a date one time with a girl who was like 26, and this was a few years ago. I think I was like 37, 38, and I brought up the movie Titanic, and I swear to God, she said, "What's it about?"
Oh, my God.
I said, the Titanic, that's the cruise ship that sank, and she goes, "Oh, my God, could you imagine if that actually happened?"
Oh, God. I got to go home. I really do have to head
This
to the
does
house.
give you insight into the caliber of women that Rudy is currently dating.
Yeah.
I mean, that's painful, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's not as painful as having, like, Kristyn Burtt on the show or anything like that, but, I mean, it's very, very painful in any case. What?
Kristyn Burtt posted a throwback video
Of
her teaching the Macarena, which is so funny, the idea that anyone needs to learn that dance.
Oh, but I didn't get the copy of it.
I have to show you.
It's on social media.
It
I don't go on
was.
social media.
I during the break, I'm going to show you because then Kristen will still be here. You're going to die. She is a baby. And what does he say? Something like, play that song, like you rolled your tongue on some.
Oh, yeah, like, play the music, Senor Drew, or something like that.
Senor Drew.
It was so good.
I didn't even know you were a racist.
This was done, I don't even know what year it was done. It was done so long ago when I was living in New York City, so that tells you how long ago it was. And this video, it's called Drew's Famous Dance Party. So it's all like how to electric slide, hokey pokey, the chicken dance. And it did so well. I had like a running display for over 2 years across FAO Schwartz, which again no longer exists, the toy store, for like 2 years. And I would get recognized all the time, all across the country and in Canada. People would be like, "Oh, my kid has this dance." Yes. And it's the cheesiest, most wholesome thing that you just are like, "Oh my God, it's such an era gone by." It's so funny.
How does it let that? Hey, welcome on. Is that?
Yeah,
nailing it.
Macarena? No.
Oh, that was it. Oh, was that
You're
it?
close.
Okay.
Hey, Macarena. I just picked that particular clip. I have not seen this show in ages because it was on VHS, so it wasn't even never made it to DVD. But someone was I was doing an interview and someone asked me about it, and I said I don't even think it's on the internet. I Googled it and it popped up 7 months ago. The full entire VHS tape is on there. All 44 minutes is on YouTube now.
You know what I absolutely love about that? You just gave me the greatest memory. Thank you so much. Now, how long ago was the Macarena? When did it break?
It was in the 90s because I know they did it at the 96 Olympics.
So it was like 30 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So about 30
92, I think, was the year.
So, yeah, 31 years
31
ago.
years ago, yeah.
Oh, my God, that was 30. I got to go home.
You guys want to hear the clip?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
You got
So cheesy. Here you go.
The Macarena. I can't believe this is still one of the hottest party dances around today.
You bet. The Macarena took the world by storm and shows no sign of slowing down.
Pause that.
It is truly an international.
I almost choked to death. Oh, yes, I am here for you.
You bet.
Oh, there's that. And
I almost choked to death.
Oh, she's so cute.
Oh.
And she's wearing like khakis. Oh, you're so cute.
All right, sorry.
And the best part, my co-host is Roddy Chong, and he is a musician, and he wound up, I don't know how we both got cast in this, but he has played with Shania Twain, Shadazy. He's part of ELO. Was it Electric Light Orchestra?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
He plays with them. Yeah. I mean, he is really well known, and we've kept in touch all of these years later, and he's so sweet. So I just want to give him a shout out because we had so much fun doing it together because we were so young.
You're so cute in it. You're
That's
adorable.
terrific. I almost choked to death because of you.
Okay, now don't take a drink. We got to listen to the rest.
I will not, believe me.
Okay, here's the rest of it.
Sensation. The steps are easy, so come along and join us, and we'll show you how to do it. Señor Drew, la música, por favor.
Oh, Lordy.
Let's get those hips moving. In 5, 6, and 4s. Right hand. Left hand.
That's her whole part.
Right hand up. Left hand up.
I watched this like 5 times yesterday. I was like, slay. Full slay.
This looks like...
obviously there are more clips, and everyone's like, will you please put up more? I'm like, I will. I don't want to, like, bombard the internet with this. But I will put up, I'll put up a poll and see if people want to see the electric slide or the hokey pokey or whatever.
All right,
Maybe
I got to tell you 2 things, okay, about that song. This is many, many years ago, and I can't, well, I'll get as far into it as I can because I can't identify who the ex-person was. But I had a friend I grew up with, and he ended up joining MS-13. You guys know what MS-13 is?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you women know what MS-13 is?
I don't.
It is a very, very violent gang.
Oh.
Right? So I asked him about the Macarena. So I would have been, about 30 years old. Or I don't know how old I was. Older than that. But I asked him about, I said, I won't say his name because I don't want to identify him. Because there's actually a good tag on the end that has nothing to do with it, but it has something to do with MS-13. Because they started tagging everything in North Minneapolis. They would tag sides of buildings and this, that, and the other thing. So I asked my buddy, who was an MS-13, I said, what do you think of this Macarena? And he replied just like this. This is some goddamn white people shit.
Sure was. It was at every bar mitzvah you go to, you do the Macarena.
So then I told that story years ago on the Q, and we had a guest on. He said, that's what it is? And I said, what do you mean? He goes, it's MS-13? And I said, yeah, why? What'd you think it was? He goes, I swear to God, I thought that was Minnesota School of Business.
Oh, because of the B.
Sure.
The 13 turns into a B.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, they're tagging Minnesota School of Business everywhere. It's unbelievable.
Great marketing.
Great marketing for us.
You can start your career in a violent gang anytime. Right now, MS-13.
So you guys do agree that was white people shit?
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah,
Still is. We'll still pull that out.
He was not happy about it, I will tell you.
Like
that.
the music is like very like, oh yes, got the whole Latin flow. But then we do these stiff arm movements so we feel included.
And the most simple beat is clearly like 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Otherwise, we can't handle anything complex.
Yeah, it's like pickleball and White Lotus. It's super white people stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You think pickleball is white people stuff?
Oh, I don't think you could get any whiter.
Maybe.
Yeah, it is the whitest thing ever. Yeah. It's fun, but it's very, very white. Yeah.
I've never really played it. I kind of volleyed with Catherine for a bit once, but it seemed like it'd be fun to do.
I thought you had pickleball shoes. We went through this whole
Yeah,
thing.
she bought them for me, yeah. I haven't worn them yet, but...
So you've played like once, but you wear your pickleball shoes everywhere?
We actually didn't even play. We just volleyed for a while. So we didn't actually play yet.
So you're a poser. You're a pickleball poser.
Oh my God, you're a poser?
A pickleball poser. What could be? PBP, baby.
Pickleball poser.
MSB and
poser.
PBP and all the whatever.
Pickleball poser.
I can't believe you're doing this to the pickleball community.
Ruining it for them by getting involved.
Cultural
representing them.
Cultural
and not actually playing.
appropriation, what someone would say.
Pickleball appropriation.
So it's a honky deal, though.
Yeah, I think you would love it.
Does anybody know where it was invented?
No.
Pickleball? I have no idea how it started. I know everybody's into it.
I feel like it was either the suburbs of Chicago or Vermont. I thought I heard something about it. Yeah, and they named it after the dog because the dog was named Pickles. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had heard
Gosh,
that.
it feels like a Vermont thing because beach paddleball is a big thing in New England.
Excuse me.
And I feel like beach paddleball is very similar to pickleball. It just takes beach paddleball and takes it onto the tennis court.
I'm going to have to cut some of the stuff out of this, but it's gotten to the point where I just don't know how much longer I can take it. I do have to start playing it, but I called a friend of mine. His first name is Doug. That's all I'll say. And I said, what are you doing? He goes, I'm at the airport. I said, you're at the airport? Okay, that's great. It wasn't here. He was in another state at the airport. And I said, so what, are you going on vacation or something? He goes, no, I got a big tournament coming up. I said, what do you mean? He goes, well, I play pickleball. I said, yeah, I heard you were playing pickleball. You're playing a tournament? So why do you have to fly somewhere? The pickleball tournament was in Croatia.
Dang.
What?
That sounds like fun.
What?
I don't even play pickleball, but I'll go to Croatia for that.
So it's all over the world. I didn't know that.
My parents, was it maybe 7 years ago, built a pickleball court at their cabin. And I remember being like, this is insane. Why are you doing this? We have the most fun playing it. Because anybody.
That's what I hear. Yeah,
anybody can come and play. It's not like, because I play tennis and you have to have years of playing, to actually be in the game for tennis.
Yes.
But pickleball, anybody can come visit and they can do it. And we do these fun tournaments. I have to absolutely eat my words. It's the most fun thing. I'm so glad that they built that little court.
When are you going to Croatia?
I heard it's beautiful to go visit there.
That's what I hear. But I haven't talked to Doug since he went over there, so I don't know how he did. Or maybe he won the tournament. I don't know.
What do you win for pickleball? Like a trophy, money?
I have no idea what the deal is.
A delicious Croatian meal? I'd be up for that.
Yeah.
What is a delicious Croatian meal?
I don't know, but I'm all for it.
Probably seafood, right?
Yeah, they are in the ocean.
Oh, I got a list of it, and I can't pronounce any of this, so I don't know why
Well, we used to have, being somewhat kind of Croatian, we had bakala was a big thing.
Baklava?
Not baklava, bakala. There's a difference. So baklava is the treat. It's like a dessert. But bakala is potatoes and cod and oil and salt and garlic.
Ish.
And it was just like throwing together back in the day because that's all you had was potatoes, cod, because it was all cheap.
Yeah.
But yeah, it kind of became, and I only eat it once a year, and I love it one time a year. But if I were to just bring it to a barbecue in the middle of July, people would go, what the hell are you doing, dude? Why would you bring this bowl of smell? That's gross.
Bring it on the boat.
But in the middle of winter, there's nothing better than potatoes.
Yeah, we eat it at Christmas. Yeah.
And I was gonna say a lot of butter, right? Like they put in a lot of butter.
No, just oil. Yeah, oil, potatoes, cod, garlic, and salt. That's it. Just the three.
Really, really good.
Show you what a ghetto boy I am. Grew up the way I grew up, all the rest of it. Now I'm not talking about shrimp and crab and all that stuff. I'm talking about fish.
Yeah.
Right. The only fish I will eat is tuna, and it's got to come out of a can.
No.
That's a true story.
I love tuna
I'm not
in a
going
can.
to lunch
I
with you
do too.
I hate tuna in a can, and I hate mayonnaise. I cannot even look at mayonnaise.
I'm not a big mayo guy either.
That just gives me so much insight of how you were raised. Oh, we had to survive off tuna fish, and we loved it.
Did you get the 3-stack?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby.
I brought a pouch of it here yesterday.
I got sent to school with cheese and crackers because that's all I wanted, and fruit.
You are such a little monster. I could just see you with your little bag of cheese and crackers, and I'm eating.
I wanted charcuterie before it was cool.
Oh my God! Get off the show just for that. Charcuterie. Oh, actually, we do have to take a break. So yes, get off the show, but come back in a couple minutes. All right. We'll be right back right after this.
You have to.
Mike has an amazing offer for my listeners on his Giza Elegance My Pillows. You'll receive a Giza Elegance My Pillow for as low as $19.98. Regular price is $69.98. This My Pillow comes in 4 levels of support. You'll also receive deep discounts on all My Pillow products such as My Pillow towels, mattress toppers, My Slippers, and so much more. Go to mypillow.com and click on the radio podcast square to receive Mike's amazing offer on the Giza Elegance My Pillow for as low as $19.98 and use promo code TOM. This offer comes with a 10-year warranty, so you know it's going to last, a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. It's time to start getting the quality sleep we not only want, but need. Go to mypillow.com and use promo code TOM to take advantage of Mike's special offer on his Giza Elegance My Pillow. That's mypillow.com, promo code TOM. Why should your business bank with North American Banking Company? Here's Corey Wisco of the Wellshire.
It's difficult to put in words the relationship that we have with North American Banking Company. You know, they've been there from the very beginning with our vision of providing quality dementia care for individuals, and they've been a partner all the way through. They really are there for us.
For more information about North American Banking Company, go to nabankco.com. That's nabankco.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The new Tom Barnard Morning Show is proud to have partners like Bradshaw and Bryant, MyPillow, and North American Banking Company founder, chairman, and president, Mike Bilski.
I've advertised on Tom's show for years, and the reason is simple. My business is recognized because of the ads, and that recognition has created growth. What business doesn't want to grow? I highly recommend the Tom Barnard Morning Show for your advertising.
Grow results for your business by partnering with the Tom Barnard Morning Show. Visit TomBarnardShow.com, keyword partner.
Boating season is here, and many of you will be hauling a boat to the lake this summer. At Bradshaw and Bryant, we encourage you to keep yourself and others safe by obeying the laws of the lakes. Keep in mind that children 10 and under are required to wear a life jacket at all times. It's also good to make sure everything on the boat is in working order before heading out into the water. Alcohol causes thousands of boating injuries every year. Remember that the captain is responsible for the crew and cannot be over the legal limit. And please, not only be aware of other boats in the water, but keep an eye out for water skiers, tubers, and jet skiers. I'm Mike Bryant from Bradshaw and Bryant. Please do your part to keep yourself and others safe on the lakes this summer.
You can find Mike Bryant of Bradshaw and Bryant and at MinnesotaPersonalInjury.com. Mike Bryant, seeking justice for the injured.
Working harder, going farther, with Mike Bryant on your side, seeking justice for the injured. Bradshaw and Bryant.
Got a text from a friend of mine, an African American, that can't identify him, but he said, you should always have Kristyn play the Macarena before she does a report, because that's all white people should anyway. I have a great life, don't I?
Yes.
I have a wonderful life.
I shared her video on our Instagram stories, so if you want to check it out, it's just La Música, por favor.
Hi, I'm 12 years old. How old were you?
I was a lot older than that, but
13.
What?
13.
Yeah, exactly.
So no, where was that broadcast, or was it just in-house?
It was direct VHS sales.
Oh,
so,
okay.
and it was sold, like, we had cut out figures of ourselves. One of the dances was like, hands up, baby, hands up. Do you guys remember that one? Give me your heart, gimme. Maybe it was like an East Coast thing.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, it was us doing like the hands up dance, like as cardboard cutouts. And so when you would walk into FAO Schwartz in New York City or anywhere across the country, you would see us in our like little positions.
Fun.
Very sweet.
It did really well for quite a few years, and so it was like my little calling card for a while. It's so funny.
You were a very cute kid.
We filmed it in New York City, though.
You were a very cute little kid.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's all I'm saying. All right, what's going on in Hollywood? Anything good?
There's two things, but two major things. But let's get started on Barbenheimer. Does everyone know what Barbenheimer is?
No.
Must be the weekend where Barbie and Oppenheimer are opening the same weekend?
Oppenheimer, yeah.
Oppenheimer?
So it's one of those situations where people are buying double feature tickets. They're going to spend over 5 hours at the movie theater on July 21st. and they're going to go see Barbie, and they're going to go see Oppenheimer because it's going to be such like an epic movie day.
Now, what is Oppenheimer? For the
Oppenheimer is Christopher Nolan's new film. That's about the scientist that created the atomic bomb. Yep, Robert Downey Jr.'s in it. I will tell you, it is 3 hours, so that'll probably deter you. Barbie is just under 2 hours.
I still have not seen John Wick 4 because it's 3 hours long.
But you can watch it at home now.
I know, but it's just 3 hours. Somebody told me like 120 people get shot in that movie.
Yeah,
That's true.
But I think if you maybe watch like an hour and a half, take a break.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'll
do. Watch the other half. It's easy to get through.
Any of you hun yucks watch Nefarious yet?
No.
You got to watch it. I'm telling you, it's very well acted. I don't care if you don't like the movie, you don't like the writing. The acting in it is brilliant. Really good.
I didn't watch that, but I did watch Champions last night with Woody Harrelson. It's kind of like the Mighty Ducks version of Special Olympics basketball.
Right.
2 hours long. And it drug for that last 20 minutes. I fell asleep I was like, I can't do this. So tired. I can't do it anymore. Fun movie. Great. Cute. I mean, they filmed it in Des Moines. There's a couple spots. I was like, oh, I know that place. But for the most part, after 2 hours, I was just like, we got to go to bed. I can't do this anymore.
Yep.
Rudy, I heard earlier that you watched Muscles and Mayhem. Did you enjoy it as much as I did?
Loved it. It's so good. And the people in there, here's the thing I took away from that is everybody that was on American Gladiators, usually when you see people from the 80s, they do like a tell-all about what life was like on their show or their movie or what it was like to live in the compound. Everybody looks terrible. Everybody from American Gladiators has held up very well. Everybody looks
tough.
Yeah.
They look good.
Yeah, they all look great. And the women don't have the sort of hang up about being. There was one gal on there who talked about after she left American Gladiators, she was a little more buff and she cut her hair very short. And she said she felt like a boy for a while. But other than that, everybody is very proud of the physiques that they had, where they came from, what they're doing now. Where most of the time you look on the backside of it and there's always one person who is super disgruntled and still hanging on to that anger. But everybody's very proud of the work that they did on American Gladiators.
And they were also very open, which I appreciated. And I think it's probably why the docuseries works so well on Netflix, is that they were open about the steroid use, the drug use, the sex, everything that was happening behind the scenes. They were very honest about it instead of just being like, oh, I don't want to talk about the steroids. The roid rage that was going on behind the scenes was legit. And it was why sometimes people got fired or why there were fights. And I loved that sort of open, refreshing take of we're not going to hide this from anyone.
Many, many years ago, I was approached just out of high school, actually, by a guy who said, we need to get you on it's a new deal. It's called steroids. Said, Tom, I can get you up to 315 pounds of muscle in a heartbeat. Can you imagine me on roid rage?
Oh.
In a roid rage?
Thank God you didn't.
My God. I would have killed somebody.
You would have for sure killed somebody. Plus, just life longevity.
Oh.
On roids, especially that early on when there was just I'm sure just great. Oh my God.
Back knee you get tons of back knee.
Yeah. Yeah. Your whole back is pimples.
Yeah, it's really gross.
As a matter of fact, at the very end,
I dated someone that was toying with roids, and I was like, oh God.
Ew.
What were you doing on his back?
Hey-oh.
You don't see Catherine's back ever?
Yeah, a lot of times when I ask her a question.
Exactly.
I see the back of her head, then her back, and now at the very end, before you go, I want to get back to steroids because I just lost a couple of really good friends to roid death in the last few years. It's man, I'm so glad people have gotten away from that. Most people, anyway.
What is the mechanism? What? You know how they'll never say on their obituary died of steroid use. What is the organ that gives out?
Your heart blows up. Literally.
Your heart can't handle.
Blows up.
So it's heart failure.
Ugh, terrible.
Yeah, but it's interesting because it was also kind of the era of Arnold Schwarzenegger. You had the big action stars, Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis, all of them at the time were. I don't think Sylvester or Bruce Willis have admitted to doing roids, but Arnold Schwarzenegger certainly has.
Sure.
And in this era of superheroes and things like that, where these guys bulk up, it's called the Hollywood actor's dirtiest secret. they're using something to bulk up, especially when you're over like 35, 40. Men cannot easily bulk up like that. So whether they're taking the human growth hormone, whether they're taking steroids, they're doing something to supplement all of the raw eggs that they're eating.
But I will tell you this, what really drew a lot of people in, because they didn't know at first it was going to end up killing you, because that's what it did. Well, instead of doing it at the end, I'll do it very quickly right now. I'll just shoot through it, because Hawk and Animal, they did a deal on Vice Television. And Hawk and Animal and I were really, really good friends, especially Hawk and me. Well, actually, Hawk and Catherine were really good buddies, because all they ever did was argue, which was phenomenal. But they talked about steroids and that whole situation. They both got gigantic on steroids. And there is a point in the film where Animal, who just died almost 3 years ago now, he died, Hawk died many years ago at 46 years old, and then Animal died 3 years ago. There is a video of him in the ring, and they weigh in before the thing, and the guy he's wrestling weighs 400 pounds. Okay? And this guy is just one gigantic muscle. In the wrestling match, Animal picks him up and presses him over his head.
Jesus.
This guy weighs 400 pounds. I'm like, holy, well, so you've been around it, I bet.
Yeah, there's a certain gym I work out at that. In fact, my daughter asked me last night, because we were watching, there's a new documentary called Bigorexia.
Yeah.
And it's all about people with body dysmorphia.
Right.
And between the Bigorexia, the American Gladiators, and then watching the Arnold Schwarzenegger documentary, my daughter's like, you were watching a lot of dudes that are all super jacked right now. What is going on here?
Should I be concerned, Dad?
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm very interested in it, because I had a family member that was really into bodybuilding when I was young, and I always looked up to him. And I was like, I got to be like that guy. So when I turned 13, I was a fat kid, and then I could hit the gym. And then I just I was in the best shape of my life. And then it all went away. You have a kid, and all of a sudden you start sitting around, and I'm like 28. I'm like, why are my boobs jiggling again? Like I haven't seen this since it's fifth grade. But there is still a part of me that is hopeful at 43 that I can get back into the second best shape of my life. But every time I'm great Monday through Friday. But boy, Saturday rolls around, and they're like, hey, we're going to go to the brewery, and then we're going to sit and, let's hit the taco truck, and then it all goes away. So
it is true.
Nitro talks about that too. He got a boob job. He got a boob reduction. From all the roids.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
But anyway,
right.
yeah, I highly recommend, if you watch American Gladiators, even just for a second, that docuseries, you'll fly through it.
I think I will watch that. Where is it?
Netflix.
It is on Netflix. All right.
Netflix right now is killing the game when it comes to documentaries, docuseries. They also have a really great, it's about an hour and a half, about Wham, the documentary.
It. Oh, I hated it. I can't. Oh, I could not. Because here's what they do. First off, Wham's music is awful. Their music is so bad.
No, it is so 80s pop.
That's why it's bad. It's so bad. Their music sucks.
That's what makes it encapsulates the 80s. It is fabulous for that.
What is it? Like, do they have a big hit that I'd know?
Yeah, wake me up before you go.
Hanging on like a yo-yo.
Now, do I think that George Michael is incredibly talented? Absolutely.
Oh, Wham is George Michael.
George Michael, yeah.
Okay.
And Andrew Ridgeley, they were a duo, and then they broke up. So it covers their rise right until George Michael breaks off for his solo career.
And the one thing I love about what they did, though, is at the end of their career, when they decided to part ways and just go do different things, is they didn't drag it out. I've seen Kiss on the farewell tour 37 times. Wham was like, we're doing one show, Wembley Stadium, we're done. And they went out and they played one show, and they sat out there for 3 hours and worked their asses off. And at the end of it, they ran around the stage together, holding hands, waving to the crowd. And then they went off into the sunset, and George Michael went on to do what he does, and Andrew left and did what he did. And there was none of this dragging it out, trying to make more money out of you guys.
Right.
That was the one thing that I really liked about it. But after watching it, because I was very fascinated with the story, is I realized their music is terrible, and people went nuts for it.
I love it. But Maybe this is a girl story. Maybe this is why I loved it. And what I love too is that Andrew Ridgeley's mom had saved so many of, she'd done scrapbooks of their career. So she had all the clippings. And what's cool about it is that they both narrate it. So you do get to hear George Michael's voice in all of this. They're obviously using archive footage because he passed away in 2016. But you kind of get to hear both of them telling their story.
That was that long ago, 2016?
He died on Christmas Day,
How did he die?
2016.
He died of a drug overdose?
No, they said natural causes.
Well, he's like 40.
No, he was in his 50s, I think, at the time, I want to say.
Yeah.
Still.
But I don't know. Speaking of Christmas, that Last Christmas, that is the worst Christmas song that is.
Last Christmas.
Give you my heart. It's so dumb. It's so bad.
Gave it away. This Chris, I don't know, man.
No, it's awful. And the music video to that, when they go up to the
Last
mountains and they.
Christmas, though, is like, it makes me feel like I'm in a mall in like 1986. But Freedom is such a good song with all the supermodels in the video.
Yeah, no, they do have a couple of good songs. Like, so Freedom is a good song. And in fact, as a pop song, I don't even mind Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. But the rest of it,
Oh, he's dancing again.
What's the matter with you, boy? Huh? Where you going? Why you mad? Like, what is this?
I don't know that at all. What is that?
I am the man.
Yeah, see, it's nothing but garbage.
It's so classic.
Yeah.
I'm glad I stayed with R&B the whole time.
Yes.
I'm really happy about that.
Here's the thing about R&B. If you listen to an R&B song from the 1960s, you could not tell if that was written in 1962 or if that was written a week ago.
I agree.
Every song Wham has is either January 1st of 1980 up until December 31st of 1989, and there's nothing in between. Their
But that's
music
everything in the 1980s.
and that's why it sucks. It's so bad. All that stuff
my
that
God,
came
I
out of
love
Minneapolis is
synthesized
garbage.
music.
Oh, it's so bad. It was
It's
so
so
bad.
but it's good. Do you know what I mean?
There's
It's
a place for it.
Not at
If
all.
you're like
in the
pumped,
trash.
if I'm like pumped and I'm wearing like really cool biker shorts and I jump in a cool like convertible, like that seems like that's the move, right? Like
It is. Like, there is a moment for 80s music. It's not, and it's literally, it's bubblegum. It is, like, super simple. But it really, I don't know, it just it puts you in a good mood.
When Jeff Passolt used to be on the morning show with me, we used to go out and maybe have a couple of pops and do a lot of karaoke, right? You guys ever do karaoke?
That's amazing that you guys would do karaoke.
Oh, we'd always, Passolt's a damn good singer. But the one song that I loved, because, my testicles dropped when I was like 9, but I got to the beginning of I called you here today for a bit of bad news. That was what, the Manhattans? You never heard that song?
I don't think I have.
Oh,
No.
yeah. It's Kiss and Say Goodbye is the name of the song. Okay. I called you here today for a bit of bad news. And I was hammered at the time, so I really got into it. I really overplayed the role, if you know what I'm saying.
I would love to see that. I would love to see.
We should go do karaoke sometime. They still do it?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
don't know.
I did it a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's fun. I thought it was a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah. It was an engagement party, too, that we did it at. It was so fun.
Did you find it? Oh, you got to definitely hear it, because the guy's like, I called you here today. He's got a very, very deep voice. It's really, really cool. As the Manhattans, Kiss and Say Goodbye is the song, which is very cool.
Musica, por favor. Oh, so I thought that would cue up the exact song.
No, he's listening to it right now, I think. It's at the very beginning of the song when he talks. And then the guy starts singing, he goes, I had to meet you here today.
Ooh, I think it's time for a karaoke jam.
Now, you have to picture me about 90 beers in.
Yeah.
And really overplaying the role.
I love it.
I way overplayed that role when we did that song.
I just picture you and Passolt in those blue leisure suits these guys are wearing.
When was that song from? It was like 40 years old.
Let's see if I can find it. It looks like it's about 40 years old. Let me see if I
is.
can find it. I bet there's got to be a date on it.
That is a very peculiar karaoke song.
It was a huge hit, too. That song, when it came out, was a huge hit.
I love that it was your guys' karaoke song, but that is like, hey, let's tempt fate. Like, you actually have to hear me sing.
1976.
Honest to God, it's almost 50 years old? Holy Christ. God, that time flew by, didn't it?
The lyrics.
Time flies by.
The lyrics are done in a way where it's like, yeah, I am breaking up with you, and I have been cheating with my, you're my mistress.
Yep.
But he says it in a way where you're like, all right, let's just do this. Let's just screw around one more time.
I kind of want him to be like, I know it's been a bad day, baby, but you know how you co-signed on that loan with me.
I'm not paying it off, baby.
I'm not paying it off. This was actually on you. So why didn't anybody tell you at a young age you never co-signed with a man?
Before, by the way. I've definitely heard that, and not from the Manhattan.
Sure.
A co-sign on the loan. You're gonna have to pick it up now.
He should tell me all our bad news, like, Brittany, there is not a job opportunity for you here at Hubbard. Please
Brittany
turn in your keys.
Called you here today for a bit of bad news. This will be your last appearance on the show.
And I'd go, yep.
Yep,
okay.
Right. All right, let's get back. 50 years almost. Oh, I can't even believe that. That's amazing. Kristyn Burtt, you're not even 50 yet.
What if I was?
I'm not saying. I'm just assuming you weren't. I actually have no idea how old you are, and I don't want to know how old you are. I have no idea. No, because you could be anywhere from, 0 to 100. Who knows?
Oh, I'd be a lot older than 0 at least.
I suppose.
Given that I just shared that Macarena video.
Yeah, you were doing that the whole deal really well, I thought. I thought you did that really well. So what else is happening in Hollywood? Anything good?
Well, really, the big news is the strike that's likely going to happen. I mean, and Fran Drescher is in a whole world of trouble. If people don't know, Fran Drescher is our SAG-AFTRA president.
Oh, God.
She went to Italy. Instead of being present in negotiations, she went to a Dolce & Gabbana party in Italy for Fashion Week. And she didn't let she let the people she was negotiating with, they knew that she wasn't going to be there, and she's been joining via Zoom, but she didn't let the rest of the membership know, like you, Tom, like me, Tom, because we were both members of SAG-AFTRA.
Yep.
And didn't take any photos like, hey, I'm in Italy. Didn't have any transparency of saying like, hey, I have a work obligation and I will be in Italy, but I will be joining on Zoom. That's all she probably had to do. It was Kim Kardashian who brought her down because Kim Kardashian took a selfie with her and put it on her Instagram story. And everyone was like, whoa, wait, we've got 2 days left in negotiations and you're in Italy right now? And she's like, but it was work. But I'm like, you can't do both things without being transparent about where you are.
Well, Kristyn, I have to ask you, why would anybody ever vote for Fran Drescher for anything?
She was the choice. And, and then it became, and listen, I know there's a debate about like vaccines and everything else, but at the time when this was happening, she got voted in and then she's like, I'm anti-vax. And everyone was like, whoa, because vaccines were the only thing getting people back to work on set at the time. And we're going back a few years, so don't argue about it now. Get your vaccine, don't get your vaccine, I don't care. But so then she wanted to reportedly, Variety put out this article over the weekend that she was willing to go on strike over the vaccine mandate that got everyone back to work at the time.
The woman's nuts.
She's running again for office. I have a feeling she is going to have a really hard time getting reelected after this.
I would have to agree with you on that one. There's no question. The woman's nuts.
Well, and here's the problem. You don't make any money. There's no salary to be SAG-AFTRA president. There's just the optics of being places and in the right room and at the negotiations. So this is why famous actors have to be the SAG president, because they've got the income and the time to go, okay, I can be SAG president for 2 years. You can't get some random middle-class actor because they can't afford to do the job.
That is amazing to me, but I mean, if memory serves, doesn't she talk like this?
No, she's got a normal voice. That's her nanny voice.
Oh, it's her. Oh, that was a fake voice. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she definitely has like a New York accent for sure.
Yeah.
But I think it's Queens that she's from. She's got a Queens accent. But I was kind of horrified. I'm like, okay, so everyone, the middle class actor is going to suffer if they go on strike, but you're off with Dolce & Gabbana for a paid trip. And I'm sure that they gave you at least $250,000.
It's such a Hollywood thing to do, isn't it?
Oh, it was, but I do kind of love that it was Kim Kardashian who brought her down. And by the way, Kim Kardashian has been the one crossing the strike lines every morning to do Ryan Murphy's show for the writer's strike. And the writers have been calling out Kim Kardashian for weeks now. So it really was kind of like the chef's kiss of like what this strike looks like.
God.
It's like the haves and the have-nots.
Whatever works. That's all I know. Whatever
I don't know,
works.
but as of Thursday morning, we will likely be on strike. They have already informed all of the publicists of what they need to tell their talent, that they cannot promote things. I think the deadline is Friday, so they can promote any of their films up until Friday or TV shows, and then it's a blackout, a media blackout.
That's really sad that that's happening, because I got to believe that about 85% of people that belong to SAG and AFTRA don't have any money.
Oh, that is absolutely true.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely. There's a very small percentage that earns their income through SAG, makes health insurance through SAG, and it's a struggle. It's a struggle now, even with the writers on strike, because it affects everything else. There is no production going on in Los Angeles right now. New York is basically shut down other than Ryan Murphy's shows, and this is going to continue, and they're saying September, October right now.
I will tell you one thing. I have a friend that I used to do a lot of voiceover with back in the day. And several years ago, he said, Tom, man, you're going to have to retire at some point. I said, why? He said, so you can get your SAG and AFTRA benefits. And I said, well, you don't have to retire to do that. You just get your benefits when you turn a certain age, don't you? He showed me his check. Holy Hannah, was he making a lot of retirement money. Let me put it that way.
Nice.
Jesus.
That pension. That's what O.J. Simpson lives off of. He lives off his NFL and his SAG-AFTRA pension.
I understand completely. No question. Oh, I got to mention this. That I'm glad you brought up O.J. Simpson, because there is a story this morning. Minnesota Timberwolves signed a young guy to a 5-year deal. It's worth almost $300 million for 5 years. Why did I not? Oh, that's right. I don't play basketball because I suck at it.
Oh, there's that.
There is that point, so that's the problem.
Next time.
I'm 5'3". That's preventing me from my big contract.
Yeah, there you go. I think it was literally like $265 million, something like that. It was a huge pile of cash, though. I didn't know the NBA made that kind of money, because they don't have a big TV contract or anything, do they?
Is your team even good?
No, he's terrible.
Terrible. Awful.
Even I know
hoping that he will be. I was like, sorry, but.
You could tell that Rudy's fan, because he goes, terrible, awful, terrible. Awful. He couldn't even get it out.
And I like basketball. I'm not a Timberwolves fan. I'm a Bucks fan, but I like going to the games, and it makes it impossible to go to the games when they are that bad. Because if they're not playing the Bucks, I cheer for the Timberwolves.
I got to find my wristband, because I was given a wristband when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, at the time Lou Alcindor, was playing for the Bucks. He gave me a wristband.
Really?
I got to dig that up. If I can find it, I'll give it to you.
No kidding.
Probably like that.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was very nice. I was pissed off because he was just a little taller than me.
Yeah.
Just a touch.
That fella is big, man. Whoa.
I have an amazing photo of me interviewing Kareem.
Oh, do you?
And I'm wearing, remember, I'm 5'3". I'm wearing probably that day, about a 3.5-inch heel. And my arm is extended all the way up.
Yep.
I'll put it in my Instagram story. I'll find it because it's so funny. And I'm barely reaching his mouth, like with the microphone.
Isn't that amazing?
And he's such a kind, gentle man.
Yeah, he's a very nice man.
I've interviewed him several times. He did Dancing with the Stars, and I interviewed him at a Stand Up to Cancer event, and he's always been so sweet.
No question. Another magnificent report, I thought. Oh, now she's doing the Macarena again. She's Macarena.
No, this is the Macarena.
Oh, that's the Macarena. That's
Yes.
right. What's this one? What's that one?
This is La Musica.
Oh,
Did
La
you see
Musica.
the video?
Yeah, I showed him.
Okay.
She did. She showed it to me. We will talk to you on the morrow.
And I will see you in about an hour or so, 2 hours.
With the family. No question about it. Thank you, my dear.
Bye, Kristyn.
Kristyn Burtt, ladies and gentlemen. Now, is the other superstar going to be with us this morning?
The other superstar will be with us this morning.
What do you know?
He texted me and said he's good to go.
All right.
So why did he duck you yesterday?
I don't know.
We're going to find
We're
out.
going to find out.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
No, you didn't, you lying sack.
Put his feet to the coals.
I will put his feet to the coals. I have not looked at this yet, but I want to bring this up in front of him. A mathematician came up with the ultimate new swear word. Have you guys seen this?
No.
Because I have not. I have not seen it yet, so When Chris joins us in just a couple of minutes, we'll bring that up and we'll get it taken care of. We'll be right back.
This is the Tom Barnard Morning Show. Listen live on the Tom Barnard Show app or at tombernardshow.com.
Mike has an amazing offer for my listeners on his Giza Elegance My Pillows. You'll receive a Giza Elegance My Pillow for as low as $19.98. Regular price is $69.98. This My Pillow comes in 4 levels of support. You'll also receive deep discounts on all My Pillow products such as My Pillow towels, mattress toppers, My Slippers, and so much more. Go to mypillow.com and click on the radio podcast square to receive Mike's amazing offer on the Giza Elegance My Pillow for as low as $19.98 and use promo code TOM. This offer comes with a 10-year warranty, so you know it's going to last, a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. It's time to start getting the quality sleep we not only want, but need. Go to mypillow.com and use promo code TOM to take advantage of Mike's special offer on his Giza Elegance My Pillow. That's mypillow.com, promo code TOM. I've been telling you for a couple of months now how happy I am with the mnfatloss.com program. Really has been easy and effective. I've lost 27 pounds. It just really hadn't been that hard either. I eat great food. I don't feel hungry. I have plenty of energy and enjoy this fantastic spring weather we're having. And I'm going into summer looking and feeling great. Right now, mnfatloss.com is offering an exciting summer special, $200 off now through July 30th. But really, don't wait until the whole summer goes by to get this program started. Go to mnfatloss.com for details on this special offer. If you want to find out the secret to losing 20 to 30 pounds in just 8 weeks, just like I'm doing, and save $200 on the program, schedule your free consultation, save $200, go to mnfatloss.com. That's mnfatloss.com. Of course, results may vary, and always be sure to tell the team at mnfatloss.com that Tom Barnard sent you. Tom Barnard here. Are you ready for some throttle therapy? Cruise the water in luxury on brand new Bennington pontoon from the Power Lodge, of course. Enjoy sunset from the water. That's one of the things I used to love so much. Entertain the kids and float on the lakes all summer long. It all starts at the Lodge, the Twin Cities' newest Bennington dealer, the Power Lodge, with locations in Brainerd, Onamia, Ramsey, and Miller Marine of St. Cloud, of course. Hundreds of pontoons in stock across all Power Lodge locations. Your summer fun begins at Brainerd's newest Bennington dealer, the Power Lodge. You've heard it before. Brittany wants to be a Klingon if we buy a pontoon. I am going to buy a pontoon. I will tell you the easiest way to have a bunch of old friends come out of the woodwork is to own a pickup truck or a pontoon. I became way more popular with my friends and family when I owned a pontoon. Enjoy the best days of summer on your favorite lake in a brand new Bennington pontoon from the Twin Cities' newest Bennington dealer, the Power Lodge in Ramsey. Miller Marine in St. Cloud is the largest Bennington dealer in the entire world. Throttle therapy on land and water, powerlodge.com and millermarine.com. And please do tell them that Tommy sent you. You need to know a guy for your auto repairs, legal issues, banking, and more. The same goes for investment advice. You need a guy to help you be successful, someone you can trust who gets results. Well, I got a guy for you, Josh Arnold. Josh gives you straight talk, not sugar-coated advice about your financial situation. Josh has seen it all when it comes to economic and market conditions, and Josh can make sure that your retirement objectives match your investments. Do yourself a favor and call Josh now for a no-obligation, 48-minute evaluation. You've got nothing to lose, and you'll get a different point of view for your investments. Call Josh at 952-925-5608. That is 952-925-5608. You'll be glad that you did. And tell him his guy, Tom, sent you.
Investment services offered by Josh Arnold Investment Consultant, LLC, a security investment advisor. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. All investments involve risk. All comments and opinions are Josh Arnold's and do not constitute investment advice. Tom Barnard is a paid endorser.
That's Joan Jett, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my next-door neighbor for 3 years in New York, never even ran into her. Never met her. She lived next door to me for 3 years, and I never even ran into her.
Did somebody take care of her place?
Her brother. I met him a number of times. His brother was a nice guy. But I thought, how weird is that? But I suppose she always got home at about 3 in the morning, I guess.
You must have been in a nice building.
It was a nice building, 20th Street and 2nd Avenue. It was very, very pleasant. No question about it. Now, Hitler's with us. What's with the mustache?
Vacation beard?
Oh, you're on vacation?
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it vacation, but I've been off the last several days, which is why I kind of missed the show yesterday. Sorry about that.
That's all right. We had Ron Majors call in. It was unbelievable.
It was amazing.
Well, good. I would much rather hear Ron Majors than Chris Egert. I can tell you that right now.
I haven't talked to Ron Majors since we both left KSTP that first time around.
That's been a couple of years.
That's been a while. Exactly. I talked to Paul a few years ago. I haven't seen Paul in a while now either, but they're both retired now, aren't they?
I think so, yeah.
I believe so. So are you literally on vacation?
No, I was in Chicago for a little basketball thing for my daughter.
Oh, that's very nice.
And I took yesterday off of work, and we were trying to rest because she had a game and blah, blah, blah. And I looked down at my phone, and I'm like, oh, my God, Rudy texted and called like 12 times, and I'm so sorry. I totally spaced it.
Glug, glug.
Yeah, my bad.
Is there Rudy calling me?
No, I wasn't. It wasn't like that. I was like laying in the hotel room trying to be quiet so we didn't wake our daughter up.
Oh,
I mean,
God,
I was awake. I could have easily went outside and done it. So anyway, I'm. How's everyone? You guys good?
Magnificent. There's no question about it. News brought to you by Mr. Money Talk Josh Arnold. Call Josh for your free 48-minute financial evaluation. Josh Arnold bringing you Chris Egert and the news here on the Tom Barnard Show. Where are you in Chicago? Are you still inChicago?
No, I'm back. We got back,
you're back.
Super late last night. Yeah.
I love Chicago. Yep. Where'd you stay? I mean, not specifically, but what area of town did you stay in?
Well, we were in the Palmer House, which is a really cool old hotel. Yeah.
Love that place.
Right in downtown Chicago.
Yep.
It's fun. It was an interesting vibe down there. I thought it was kind of, for what it was, observation. Almost every business in the downtown area had its own armed private security guard inside the business.
Yeah. Well, they have to. And they have to do it.
Yeah. And we were across the street over by the Bean and the Millennium Park over there, and there was private security there too. There were Chicago police officers everywhere, but also like a lot of armed private security, which as a visitor, I felt very safe everywhere we went. I looked, and there were people around. That was for sure. So interesting.
How can they even make an argument that we have to allow people to do whatever they're going to do? How can they even, the damage they've done with that bullshit argument? It drives me crazy.
Well, to see what was going on in Chicago, it was definitely eye-opening, and I'm sure when. I don't know the backstory, and I'm sure when they started having armed private security people in the businesses, I'm sure it was a controversial thing there too. But as somebody with no opinion on it and just a casual visitor to the city, I did feel very safe, and I felt safe.
Good.
Having our teenage daughters out and about too. So. Well,
see, that's the scary thing about it. And I cannot tell you how much I adore Chicago. I love that town. Spent a ton of time there. It just breaks my heart. You could go anywhere in Chicago back in the day. Like I said, we used to wander in the south side of Chicago, and it was magnificent. Everybody got along just fine. I mean, we shouldn't say got along, but we tolerated one another quite well,
Yeah, well, that definitely doesn't seem to be the case anymore, right?
It's so sad. And this is all because of politicians and the news media. They're the ones who did this to us. You do know that, right? You, as a newsman.
I bear all the responsibility for that, Tom.
Thank you. That's what we were looking for. When we ghosted you yesterday, we were just looking for that admittance of guilt.
I love that. We ghosted him. I love that.
Yeah, we have to turn the tables because we refuse to be rejected.
What's that?
I brought something for you today.
What is that?
Okay, I forgive you. It's his puke bowl.
Oh, he brought a puke bowl.
He brought his throw-up bowl.
By the way, I'd like to thank you so much. All day yesterday, all I heard about was puke bowl.
Same.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
I had listeners writing in left and right. I was like, there was a real, renaissance, I want to say.
Oh, renaissance. Rudy was renaissance. That's all I have to say to you.
People had big feelings. They really wanted you to know that they have, a lot of people have messaged our social media. They want you to know that they have throw-up bowls.
Why not an old ice cream bucket?
But you even yesterday were saying a trash bin, which is so unreasonable.
Oh, that's unreasonable. Throw up in the trash rather than a bowl that I'm going to eat spaghetti out of later.
I was texting your daughter, and she was agreeing with me that there was nothing more comfortable when you fall asleep with the bowl And it's like a comfort thing of like, you're all curled up, and you know that if you vomit, it'll be right there in that bowl.
Unbelievable.
It's so weird. It's the dumbest thing. Like, I'm stuck in rush hour traffic in Chicago yesterday, and Brittany texts, "Do you have a puke bowl?" And I was like, "What the what?"
Really nice.
I didn't even care that you hadn't shown up. You're like, so sorry I didn't show up.
Yeah, I know. And like the voice to text, like read the text out loud. So it's my wife and my daughter and I, and we're stuck in downtown Chicago. And all of a sudden, the little voice pops up on the screen. "Do you have a puke bucket?" It's just so funny.
And I'm sure they all were like, yes, we have their designated throw up bowl.
It's dumb. My wife has her own. Oh, sorry, Tom. My wife has this very bowl, and this is just for puking.
Yeah.
It stays in the closet, and it's only for puking.
I'm so honored that you brought it. I won't even talk shit all week because of you bringing that bowl.
I have a question for both of you, or everybody who has a puke bowl.
Yeah.
If you are so sick you projectile vomit, wouldn't it just go around the bottom of the bowl and come right back in your face?
I mean, better than, like, at least you're trying to get it in some sort of container.
Run to the bathroom.
But like, if it's a kiddo, the chances of them making it to the bathroom are slim.
That's all I have to say to you.
There's just nothing more comforting than having your puke bowl right there with your tea, and you just curl up in bed with it.
I'd like to clarify, I'm not necessarily pro puke bowl. This is a thing that my wife has brought into our life and our home. I actually kind of find it annoying and really freaking gross, but it seems to have worked pretty well with the kids over the years. So who am I to, interject at this point? I'm just sort of I'm Switzerland on the puke bowl, I guess.
Yes.
I'll put it that way.
Yeah, there you have it. The Switzerland on the puke bowl. And now, ladies and gentlemen, back to the show. Actually, I do want to run something by you, and I'm glad you're on with us today, because I was going to do this earlier, but I'm glad we waited until you were on so we could schmooze about this. A mathematician came up with the ultimate new swear word. Did you guys cover this on the number 5?
I'm not aware of it, no.
No, we don't know anything about this. We haven't read it yet, so I don't know anything about it. What's your favorite curse word? Well, we know what mine is. Whether you're frustrated or just you just hurt yourself, the one that the most satisfied is scream. There are plenty we can't say on the radio, but we're not on the radio, so who gives a rat's ass? But this one we can. A budding mathematician in England used an algorithm to come up with a perfect new swear word. I have no idea what this would be. Do you guys have any inkling what the hell the new swear word might be?
No, I feel like there's going to be a hard CK in it, though. Because that seems aggressive.
CK, okay, we'll start with that. We'll see if that's true.
I'm a big fan of it. It doesn't get tossed around a lot, but I like twat waffle.
Twat waffle's
I think that's a good one.
There's no CK in that,
No
though.
CK, no. Yeah, you're right. Usually it's a little punchier with the hard K, but I like twat waffle. It just kind of flows off, yeah.
Makes total sense. Chris likes that one, too, apparently. He likes that a lot, as a matter of fact.
No, it's just funny.
You ever seen a waffle that looked like it? No, never mind. Moving forward. It was a woman, by the way, the budding mathematician in England's a woman. She took a list of 186, narrowed it down to 45 best ones in her opinion, and used an algorithm to create a new word that's supposed to be the ultimate curse word. So what is it? The algorithm said the ideal swear word, has 4 letters and starts with a B, B-I-C-H.
That's the ultimate? No, that's 5 letters.
Mm-hmm. B-I-C-H is 4.
Oh, I forgot you skipped.
Holy Christ.
Bish.
We got but in any case, that was from an old KQ thing, too.
Yeah.
Bitch, B-I-C-H. I will never forget. And the cop goes, what? Apparently, because there were more B words on the list than any other. Really, bastard, bitch. What else would be a swear word starts with a B?
There's one I can think of, but I can't say.
Bat waffle?
Like bum F. You're in the middle of bum F Egypt right now.
That's true. We could use that. Because there were more B words on the list than any other letter. There's also so there's a B, an E, and an R. So B blank ER. So where would you go?
B blank ER.
Blur? No.
Blur?
It's the worst version of Wheel of Fortune ever.
Of all time.
I know.
Okay.
Be like you are.
No, this is so lame. I wish this wouldn't have been. I was looking for some power and impact here. It's really lame.
Oh no! But say it in a sentence aggressively. You can say it at me.
Are you still a banger?
It's not great.
But that's not a swear word.
Banger?
No, I use that as like a good thing. Like, oh my gosh, did you guys see? Oh, last time when I went and saw Bon Jovi, played all the bangers.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it was such a banger. Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
this makes no sense.
No, banger, dumb.
According to the algorithm, the ultimate swear word is banger. Well, bangers and mash is a
I was just
dish.
gonna say, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they serve that in England. This is lame as hell. Most people agree it's not very good. Even the mathematician admitted it's not as satisfying as some of the top real swear words people use. She's still tweaking the algorithm, though, so maybe it'll come up with a better one someday. How did this become international news? This is lame as hell.
Yeah, it's not a banger.
No, not banger's not a banger.
No.
I think it's so lame. That's actually what made it noteworthy because she's like,
maybe.
She's like, yeah, I know this sucks, but this is what the computer came up with. I don't know, though. You think maybe just come up with something else.
Yeah, banger was, I thought it was going to be something much better than that.
And this is why math is stupid.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Get it out of school.
Math.
Yeah.
Exactly right. I don't know. So what's the difference between arithmetic and mathematics?
I think one Rudy can spell and one he cannot.
I can't. Listen,
Or
I can't
either.
spell either of those. Okay.
Well, that'll happen. What are you going to do? I'm sorry
You're
for
asking
that.
3 broadcasting majors or 4 broadcasting majors what the difference is between math and arithmetic.
Yeah.
I still think the ultimate combination swear word would be, let me see, lame ass mother effer. What do you think? That's pretty good.
That's
solid,
a good one. Yeah.
solid.
That's a
very
solid one.
I like the big C. I feel like
Yeah.
every time something really happens and I like using it casually and I love the big C.
When did women steal the big C? Because it used to be the man that had the big C, but now the women stole it.
Oh, like that? The CU or CO?
CO, yeah.
I use CU. That's my
Yeah.
favorite one.
No,
yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like now you only hear CO one. I feel like that one you hear in like sexual preference. Like it's not like somebody's calling somebody that. It's
No,
like,
that's true. Well, unless they had a sucker to the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's a very underused and underappreciated swear word. Did you guys watch Deadwood? That
Yeah.
word was like the predominant swear word in
Yeah.
Deadwood.
It was.
And when I was watching Deadwood, I was like using that word constantly. It brought me so much joy.
I could see that would be the case indeed. Lame ass mother effer. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Bangers.
You
Bangers.
say bitch a lot.
Bitch.
Yeah.
I hate when people call men that.
Oh, bitch.
I don't get me wrong. I like it when somebody gets called that. I hate it when somebody calls me that.
Calls you a bitch?
You're being a bitch?
Like, I'm not being a bitch, but like, listen, bitch. And you're, whoa, what?
Oh, yeah.
It feels very aggressive.
Common.
It feels
very common.
Yeah, I don't like it. I like when women call each other that jovially.
Yeah.
When they look at each other, they're like, listen, bitch, I'm gonna take 2 mimosas.
Oh,
Funny.
girl.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you call another guy that just feels so emasculating.
One of my favorite uses of that word of all time, though, was Richard Pryor doing his review of the movie The Exorcist. Said it would be walking in that room, see the girl flopping around in bed, and go, bitch, what's wrong with you?
That's so good.
That is very funny. Richard Pryor was the funniest man ever born. Too bad he was mentally ill, or at least psychologically ill. Maybe not mentally, but psychologically ill, no question about it. But all right, so what's on the agenda today? So you're going to be with your family all day.
Yeah, I've got to wrap up all of our getting home from Chicago stuff today. So, yeah, and I'm not sure if you caught it or not, but this morning in the news, there's breaking news.
Uh-oh.
The state fair foods were released. The new state fair foods for the year.
Oh, good. Do you have a couple of them, or as many as you
it's
want
all
to do?
like dill. It's all dill pickle. Everything's dill pickle.
Yeah, they love pickles right now.
Last year, it was the dill pickle pizza came out, and everybody was like freaking out about it. Now there's like 50. There's dill pickle lemonade. There's dill pickle. cheese curd tacos. There's dill pickle like French fries. So there was a lot of pickle stuff. I don't know. I'm kind of over it.
You're not a dill person? Like, you don't like dill dip or anything?
I don't mind it, but it's like they find one thing and then like everybody tries to do 15, a variation of the one thing. Where's the creativity, I say?
Yeah, I mean, I like dill pickles and all that stuff, but everything, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Make your own food. Bring your own chow, right?
Well, it's to the point at the fair where there's like so much food.
Yeah.
You
things anyway. That's tops. So
what happened there, bud?
He's going through his car now.
I think you turned your car on.
Oh, you turned your car on. You went away for a minute there.
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still there, but you're going through your speakers.
That's all right. We're gonna dump you anyway. So what the hell's the difference?
All right, dump me. Sorry.
Oh, stop! You are such an ER. Oh my God, you're fine.
I suck lately. I don't know what the hell's going on with me. I apologize. Yesterday, missing the show, I should be fired for that.
Chris,
you're a disaster.
We have such a low bar for you, so don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's fair. If that's the case, that does make me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Who's driving?
My daughter.
Well, your daughter is?
Yeah.
So we'll try to clean up our language.
Yeah, don't say banger in front of her.
Yeah, don't say banger in front of your daughter today.
Let me tell you what, she doesn't know anything about any of those bad words.
No.
So that's good. Nice kid. No question.
Nice kid.
Since you brought it up, I'm going to go ahead and see what you guys think about this. So at Nordic Waffles, the bacon-wrapped waffle dog, would you eat that?
I'd eat the heck out of
maybe.
that.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically just a hot dog that's wrapped in a waffle with, all the fixings.
It's a Kremarchik hot dog, too, isn't it?
What's that?
It's a Kremarchik's hot dog, too, I think.
Oh, okay.
It is, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's got pickle slices, crispy onions, and drizzled in burger sauce.
Heck yeah.
What's burger sauce?
I don't know. It must be like a barbecue sauce, maybe? Like some.
I would think,
Or, I know everybody gives McDonald's a hard time about, the secret sauce is just Thousand Island dressing. Because Thousand Island dressing on a hamburger is delicious.
It's so good.
It's so good. The birthday cake mini donuts.
I'd eat the heck out of that.
Yep, those look delicious. Absolutely. The bee sting sundae from Bridgman's.
Yep.
That's brand new. It's got spicy peanuts on top of it. I like for whatever reason, I like ice cream with a little bit of spice to it.
I would eat the heck out of that.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Cheesecake curds, those would be okay. Yeah, so there's a few things on the list that you might eat.
Cheesecake curds?
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
Ellie's cheesecake pieces covered in funnel cake batter, fried and dusted with powdered sugar and salt. Served with a strawberry dipping sauce. Ooh, a little dippy action.
Oh, Chris, did you know we're going to be at the State Fair with Don Shelby?
Oh, shut up. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
shut up. That's like a very much so. Tell your daughter not to listen. That's a very much so. Oh, bitch, hell no.
That's nice.
I get the pleasure to be at the fair every single morning. So of course you guys will have to let me know what morning you're there and where are you gonna be posted up. Do you guys know yet?
Yeah, we'll be at the grandstand outside of the grandstand, the middle of the fair, the giant stage that's out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right next door to the Channel 5 building.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's right next door to you guys, but it'll be Saturday, August 26th, 10 a.m.
Oh, fun.
Mm-hmm.
That sounded sincere. Oh, fun.
Oh, fun. Yeah, another day at the fair on a Saturday.
What are you going to do? All right, well, enjoy your day with your daughter. What's your daughter's name? Delaney, pull over and hit a tree with just the right side of the car so he dies and you don't. What do you think?
10 and 2.
I would love to have a couple more days off. We're driving by a couch on the side of the road right there. We could have hit that. It would have at least got us a couple days. But...
Are you in North Minneapolis?
You'd think, apparently.
Like furniture out in the middle of the sidewalk. That used to happen all the time when I was a kid.
Listen, the western suburbs are very rough. Things are very rough around here.
Yes, they've gotten to be that way. All right, Pally, well, enjoy the rest of your day. So you're going to be on with us the rest of the week?
Yeah, I'll be back at the ranch tomorrow, so
okay.
Thanks for your patience.
No. We love having you on. You know that. And we love getting the cold shoulder from you on Mondays.
I'll bring the puke bucket.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
All right, bye, guys.
Thanks, pal. Chris Egert, ladies and gentlemen, still walked in on the Family Podcast many, many years ago. Been a friend ever since. Just a great guy.
He's so legit, and it's so funny. He reminds me of Justin. They're just so hard on themselves. I don't know what's going on with me. I've been really off all week. It's like, calm down. You're fine.
What is El Taco Baba? What's that?
El Taco Baba. Let's see. I did see something about it. Let's see. Because I was looking at...
It's a restaurant.
From Baba's. Baba's a restaurant.
Yeah.
Right.
This is this is, never mind. It's a different word. I thought
El
it was...
Taco Baba is hummus mixed with harissa spiced barbacoa, corn, queso, fresco. Oh, this sounds good.
Chili dust.
I would eat that.
What the hell is spicy shit a hot dog? Or
What?
is it? What is it? It says right under there. You see it? It says hummus mixed with harissa, spiced barbacoa, corn, queso fresco, chili dust, spicy. Oh, it's shatta. I thought, what is shatta? I never heard of that.
I don't know, but I would eat it.
S-H-A-T-T-A. Shatta.
I'll look it up. But yeah.
It's a hot sauce, apparently.
Oh, okay.
I guess. Crema to cool things down, cilantro, and pita puffs for dipping. There's basants, everything cream cheese and sweet corn. I like cream cheese and sweet corn. So that's good. Bacon wrap. Oh, that's the one you were talking about, bacon wrap, hot waffle dog.
Oh, we got to make a game plan because we're going to only be there one day. We got to get a lot of different food.
I'm gonna take the first half of this next dish and start calling you this.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Chicken momo. That's your new deal. Time for the traffic, chicken momo.
Just Momo.
Hey, why don't we do traffic on this show, by the way? We should be doing sponsored traffic on this show. Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll tell the sales department, get off your ass. Hey, Bernie, get off your ass. Let's go.
Loaded lobster fries.
I love it when people are not listening to a word you say. They're reading. You're amazing with that.
You want us to do traffic. I said, I'm not mad at that. And then I saw loaded lobster fries.
Nope, it's too late.
It's too late.
So what's a lobster fry? What is that?
More lobster at the Minnesota State Fair. Why not? Cafe Caribe, or is it Caribe? Yeah, Caribe is topping Old Bay seasoned fries with lobster meat and has been blanketed in garlic and herb butter. The whole thing gets topped with bacon, chipotle mayo, and green onion. I would destroy that.
The only problem is the mayo. I'm not a fan of mayonnaise.
I know you're not.
I just don't care for it. A little bit of a touch of it's okay.
Do you like Miracle Whip at all, or is it just
No.
any of that stuff?
It's
No.
any of that creamy crap. And again, if you used a little, that's fine. But some of these
Sure.
people put it on about an inch thick. It's like, holy Hannah. Some people love it. Hey,
Yeah.
God bless you. Good for you. They got fried butternut squash ravioli. That would probably be phenomenal.
That sounds really good.
Doesn't that? That sounds terrific. Fried green tomato sandwich. I've never had fried green tomatoes. Are they good?
I've never had the green tomato. I've had a lot of fried tomato sandwiches, like grilled cheese with tomatoes in it. So
Yep.
I bet this would be good.
I guess fried green tomatoes are really, really good. Some Southern deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Oh, there's one named after Brittany here. Fruity cereal milk biscuit. Isn't it your real name?
That's my real name. It's my maiden name.
What's up, milk biscuit?
What's up, Fruity?
What's up, fruity milk biscuit?
It's her vanity plate.
Yep.
Yeah, right there.
Paid
exactly.
extra for the letters.
Galaboa or Galabao. Galabao, I guess it would be. Oh, it's a Union Mung Kitchen deal. Fresh off an incredibly successful first year, Chef Ye Vang's restaurant is back with a recipe from his mom, Hmong-style steamed bun filled with ground pork, egg, and spices. Well, that sounds terrific.
Sounds so good.
It really does. What's Kua TXOB? What is TXOB? How do you say that?
TXOB.
Job.
Toe?
Job.
Yeah. Toe or-
Kua
yeah.
chob, probably. Hot pepper sauce. I got to watch that hot pepper sauce because if it's too hot, man, that stuff nails me.
Yeah, I don't get that. Like, why do some of those sauces even exist? Like,
People love that stuff.
where it's uncomfortably hot.
Okay, this next one. I cannot go to the fair this year because they have hot honey cheese sticks.
Hot honey cheese sticks. That sounds delicious.
It does. Perennial new food favorite, the Blue Barn is frying halloumi cheese. I think it's halloumi cheese. And giving it a hot honey drizzle with a honeycomb cereal crunchy top. Plus the whole dish is vegetarian. I don't know. Sounds good to me.
I love it when they add like either gluten-free or vegetarian when it's
I know.
obvious. Like it's cheese and
Right.
honey. You don't have to add also gluten-free. Oh yeah, duh. Also vegetarian.
See, there you go. And it goes on and on and on. We couldn't possibly cover all of the new dishes, or the dishes, I said. I guess I should say at the State Fair. State Fair starts in what, like 6 weeks?
Oh,
a month? When the hell is it?
August 23rd, I think, is the first day.
6 weeks. A little less than 6 weeks. God, I can't believe that. It's the 23rd, 24th, something like that?
Yeah, 23rd, I think. Yep.
It usually starts on my mother's birthday on August 25th. They love to start that just so I miss my mother even more. Thank you so much. Right?
Is there any, I mean, no matter when that date would come.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Did you ever know Toots? You didn't know Toots, did
No,
you?
I wish.
God, you should have known Toots. You two would have gotten along really well. Go bullshit more than any people I've ever met. So there you go. I think that. Well, that was. I just gave you a huge compliment.
I know you
there,
did.
By the way.
But I was trying to be natural about it, but it was a very big compliment.
Okay, I have no idea what the hell this story is about, but just the title alone might be worth reading it. Bed rotting is the newest trend.
Ooh.
What is bed rotting?
I don't know.
The term bed rotting, which means to stay in bed all day by choice. What that used to be called? It used to be called something else.
It used to be called lazy.
Lazy bastard.
Sounds so good.
You gonna stay in bed tomorrow, are you?
Oh.
What the hell? It'll all work out in the end. I got to click on this. Bed rotting. TikTok's latest trend reveals the toxic side of self-care. Well, yeah, to lay in bed all day is not good for you, first of all. You didn't know that?
I think it'd be so nice. One day. Like one day.
Well, one day, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I understand. But I couldn't stay in bed all day. There's no way I could stay in bed all day. I don't even care if I'm sick.
I talk a big game, but I have to get things done.
Yeah, well, exactly. Oh, it says here to check in with your mental health. That's nice. At first glance, is likely a lot of good that can come from slowing down to recharge, refresh, and reset, said psychologist Simon A. Rego, professor of psychiatry and behavioral sciences at Albert Einstein College of Medicine and chief. I can't go on. This guy's got a title that's about 5 pages long.
Exhausting.
It's like, okay, sir, I've had enough of your crap.
Yeah, who do you think you are? Emma Carpenter?
Yeah, right? See? Right there.
Yeah.
How's Emma doing? You heard from her?
Yeah, yesterday.
Since yesterday. That's what I meant, since yesterday.
I feel like not much has changed, but she's probably doing pretty good.
She's wonderful.
She probably has another title under her belt since yesterday.
Well, that's a possibility. You're absolutely right about that, ladies and gentlemen. Checking in with the weather because it looks pretty good. Much cooler today. A sunny morning, then clouds increase. Maybe a shower, but just a shower. High 78. Tonight, mostly cloudy. A few showers overnight. Again, shower is a good word. Tomorrow, partial sunshine with an afternoon shower, maybe turning into a thunderstorm. That's a little different. 79 for the high. And then on Thursday, partly to mostly sunny with a high of 83. So pretty damn nice weather. You got to remember, we need our showers because the grass has got to grow, right?
Yeah.
You got to grow some grass, baby. We shall take a break. Be right back. The show continues right after this.
This is the Tom Barnard Morning Show. Listen live at tombernardshow.com or on the Tom Barnard Show app.
I've been telling you for a couple of months now how happy I am with the mnfatloss.com program. Really has been easy and effective. I've lost 27 pounds. It just really hadn't been that hard either. I eat great food. I don't feel hungry. I have plenty of energy and enjoy this fantastic spring weather we're having. And I'm going into summer looking and feeling great. Right now, mnfatloss.com is offering an exciting summer special, $200 off now through July 30th. But really, don't wait until the whole summer goes by to get this program started. Go to mnfatloss.com for details on this special offer. If you want to find out the secret to losing 20 to 30 pounds in just 8 weeks, just like I'm doing, and save $200 on the program, schedule your free consultation, save $200, go to mnfatloss.com. That's mnfatloss.com. Of course, results may vary, and always be sure to tell the team at mnfatloss.com that Tom Barnard sent you.
The new Tom Barnard Morning Show is proud to have partners like Bradshaw & Bryant, MyPillow, and North American Banking Company founder, chairman, and president, Mike Bilski.
I've advertised on Tom's show for years, and the reason is simple. My business is recognized because of the ads, and that recognition has created growth. What business doesn't want to grow? I highly recommend the Tom Barnard Morning Show for your advertising.
Grow results for your business by partnering with the Tom Barnard Morning Show. Visit TomBarnardShow.com, keyword partner.
Tom Barnard here. Are you ready for some throttle therapy? Cruise the water in luxury on brand new Bennington pontoon from the Power Lodge, of course. Enjoy sunset from the water. That's one of the things I used to love so much. Entertain the kids and float on the lakes all summer long. It all starts at the Lodge, the Twin Cities' newest Bennington dealer, the Power Lodge, with locations in Brainerd, Onamia, Ramsey, and Miller Marine of St. Cloud, of course. Hundreds of pontoons in stock across all Power Lodge locations. Your summer fun begins at Brainerd's newest Bennington dealer, the Power Lodge. You've heard it before. Brittany wants to be a Klingon if we buy a pontoon. I am going to buy a pontoon. I will tell you the easiest way to have a bunch of old friends come out of the woodwork is to own a pickup truck or a pontoon. I became way more popular with my friends and family when I owned a pontoon. Enjoy the best days of summer on your favorite lake in a brand new Bennington pontoon from the Twin Cities' newest Bennington dealer, the Power Lodge in Ramsey. Miller Marine in St. Cloud is the largest Bennington dealer in the entire world. Throttle therapy on land and water, powerlodge.com and millermarine.com. And please do tell them that Tommy sent you. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, 8:54 now. It is 6 minutes till 9 o'clock. My God, those first 2 hours shot by. Just to be in the presence of the two of you must be the reason.
Our greatness.
Your greatness. The time just blows by. You know what I mean?
The Fruity McBun, or whatever sandwich I was named after.
What? Fruity McBun?
Fruity McBun, yes, that's it. That's what it is. I'm just looking at I like to look at the local headlines and make sure we don't miss any big stories in the local market. MPD chief, I could have been clear in my comments about officers' stun gun incident. That story's a few days old already, isn't it?
Yeah, well, there's more. Okay, so I was kind of following it, but I think they just had a new, they keep pulling up stuff about that. So it kind of goes back and forth because they hired this guy and he had this incident on his record.
Right.
And then I think, and again, I might be saying this wrong, somebody can correct me, but then I believe his, who hired him was like, I had no recollection, or I had no knowledge that this happened. And then they found an email that he had stated it to that man that he had done this. And now they're saying, well, you've kind of downplayed what it was. So there's some back and forth on it.
Now, here's what I was looking for.
Yes, sir.
Critics picks the 14 best things to do and see in the Twin Cities this week.
Yes.
Do you have any idea what some of them might be? Because I have no clue.
No, but I would love to know. I'd love the idea of going somewhere.
All right, so we're going to find out. Apparently, TC Summerfest is this week.
Ooh, yeah.
You go to that?
I'm not sure if I'm going to go or not, because I know that there are a couple of decent bands that are worth. The Killers are going to be playing First Ave, I believe, on Wednesday, and then they're playing there Thursday, and then Imagine Dragons at Target Field throughout it. So it looks like a good lineup.
There you go. Lakefront Music Fest is this week as well, right? That's been 14th. I was going to say that's been around for a while. It's been 14 years now. Prior Lake Rotary is turned to Lynyrd Skynyrd on its never-ending farewell tour. It's never-ending farewell.
Just like Kiss. Stop it. Everybody just take a cue from Wham. You get one show and you call it a career.
I love that. They're still on their farewell tour. About 5 years ago it started. Singer Johnny Van Zant and crew will deliver That Smell, Gimme 3 Steps, and Inevitable Free Bird. REO Speedwagon, Blackstone Cherry. So that's all going at the Lakefront Music Festival.
REO, man. Love REO. Yeah.
Now, who is Tyler Hubbard? Is that Ginny's son or something?
I don't know.
Her son is Wheeler. I don't think he's in town, but that's Tyler Hubbard, that sounds familiar. Didn't we do an orientation with a Tyler Hubbard?
Was that him?
I think it was Tyler Hubbard. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Of Florida Georgia line, apparently. That's
never mind.
This is not the same guy.
Not the same Tyler Hubbard?
No, but I had a really awkward moment cause we went through this orientation with this descendant of the Hubbards, and we found out at the end, and we were like, oh, that's so cool, exciting. And then at their big, they're celebrating their 50 year or whatever the other day, I waved at him, and he acted like I'd never met him ever in the history of
no idea who you are. What are you doing?
So I immediately hid behind Julia and never looked back.
Got the comedy. I love this, by the way. This is going on this week. Comedy, there's one thing. Everything else is like 5 things. Comedy, there's one thing. This comedy trio is part of the Saturday Night Live family in more ways than one. Troupe member Ben Herlihy is the son of former SNL head writer Tim Herlihy. John Higgins' father, Steve, is a current SNL scribe who also plays sidekick on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. But the two offspring, along with their partner Ben Marshall, are not just I never even heard of these guys.
No.
You know them?
No, I don't.
I have no idea who they are. They create those inventive film shorts for Late Night Show in which they play the Three Stooges guest stars like Taylor Swift, Lizzo, and Jenna Ortega. Yeah, I'm going to stop. I've never even heard of these people.
Okay, if you watch Saturday Night, now that you put it in those terms, now I know exactly who they are. They're actually very funny. They're very creative. They're 3 guys. They are writers on the show, and they basically give them every episode. They give them like a 7-minute chunk every week to put out a different digital short with the guest. And they've done them with... like everybody you mentioned. I think Taylor Swift was in one. Yep. Was her name Jenny Ortega?
Jenny Ortega. You just said, they did a road trip
one. Road trip one, yeah. So they are very funny. I had no idea who they were. I don't know the names, but I definitely know the faces.
All right, so worth going to see?
For sure, yeah.
All right, good. Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Where are they at?
Pantages.
There you go.
Theater.
Sure.
There you go. Thank you for that, because I had clicked off it already.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
Thank God for that. It's a team effort is all I'm saying.
Wait, can you rephrase that? Thank God for Brittany.
Could you let me finish my sentence before you jump in?
Just say it real quick so we have to drop. Thank God for Brittany.
Oh, no. How if I do it like this? Thank God for Brittany. There. Now it's got echo and everything.
Welcome to the Brittany Arneson Show.
Yeah, exactly. Ratings? What are those? What the hell? Well, that's good. I'm glad you have heard of these people because, hey, it's summertime. Get outside, enjoy some shows in the Twin Cities. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, not a lot of big news, I don't think. I mean, like I said, the My Pillow story. I know a lot of people that work there, and that's the whole thing about stories like that. It's not only about Mike Lindell, whom I've known for 1 billion years, and all the rest of it. But I know a number of people that work for him, and I hate to see this happen to them, if you know what I mean. But that's all I wish to say about that whole situation. I don't get involved in politics, thank God. I don't care at all for any of them.
Makes sense. You were talking about things to do in the summer and going out. Have you ever done the music in the park? Has that been anything you ever done?
Was that, you mean over at Dave McCosco or wherever? Because they're going to do that again there now that they rebuilt the pavilion, right?
Yeah,
I think.
I think they have like a performing area now at that pavilion.
Right.
I don't know how huge it is. It might be a small area for performing. Mm-hmm. But I'm sorry, I meant the music in the zoo. Have you ever been to one of those performances?
I think so. I think I have, as a matter of fact.
That's worth looking at their shows, and you and Catherine would probably get a big kick out of that because they really get really talented acts, and it's just a really cool environment.
Do they still have that big movie theater right there at the zoo?
Yeah.
Well, that is still there. It's one of those ultra deals, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a
IMAX.
There you go. Are they around? You don't see those IMAXs much anymore.
Yeah, they still have them. But they're actually. It used to be like a separate standoff thing to be able to see IMAX, but if you go to any AMC, there's an IMAX theater in it.
Oh, is there?
Oh yeah, all the big movies, the Marvel movies, DC, Transformers, they are. I saw Top Gun in IMAX. Only way to see it. Oh,
wow.
Oh yeah, blew your hair back. It was so good.
It's like being on that ride at Disney World, probably.
Yeah.
Because the screen kind of surrounds you, right?
Yeah, it kind of curves a little bit.
Yeah,
and
not
it is.
surrounds,
I mean,
curves,
it takes up all of your peripheral for sure. It's pretty amazing.
I got to get back to that. I love going to the movies, but there's nothing to see. Why do they do this to me? Is there anything out at the movie theaters right now that I should go see?
Well, there's Asteroid City.
Oh, I heard that's really good, by the way.
Yeah. It's supposed to be really good.
Oh, that's right. Kristyn Burtt's been talking about that, Asteroid City. So what's that about?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I know it's got all the heavy hitters. It's got, Tom Hanks. It's got the, what's her name? The Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's got a pretty
It's the Wes Anderson
Wes
films.
Anderson, yeah.
Yeah, the ones
they're pretty good.
The Royal Tenenbaums,
right.
All that, The Life Aquatic. They're always quirky, and they're always I end up really liking them. I think they're something worth watching. I also heard that Joyride is hilarious. People are saying that's one of the funniest movies this year.
It's called Joyride. Who's in that?
A bunch of people I'd only seen peripherally. Like the names probably won't jump out at you.
Mm-hmm. No, I believe that we have Sherry Cola, who is part of Joyride. I think she is on the show tomorrow.
No, because we just brought her up, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Literally
You
just
didn't hear
now.
it. I just said it on the show. You should listen to the show.
I'm sorry. I was trying to look up for. I was looking up the concert in the park because you said that they were announced, but I don't see any lineup for concerts in the music in the zoo.
No, this was at the State Fair. She's going to be at the State Fair too.
Are we sure we're talking about the same Sherry Cola?
SHERRYCOLA.
She's going to be at the state fair? Holy,
I think, isn't that what it says?
I can't remember. You brought it up, and I can't remember. It was during the break you were talking about, is Cherry Cola? We're like, that can't be your real name. And then we were kind of like laughing about it.
Yes.
But this movie, so it's like based on these two girls go back to Asia. One was adopted from Asia and one was not. And then they just like chaos ensues. It's supposed to be amazing. Like people are saying it is very funny.
So you think we should get to a point in the show where we actually pay attention? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
No, I blame Brittany. I got stuff to do in here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Brittany,
I
where were
said
you,
that.
Brittany?
I agreed that we had just talked about Cherry Cola. I was agreeing with you.
I don't think did we talk about it on the air?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know
For
about
like
that.
3
Brittany's
minutes.
face says no.
No, I'm saying like I'm agreeing with you. Absolutely.
With who?
What is she going to be doing at the state fair?
I mean, I don't think she's going to be at the state fair. I was saying that we brought it up in different preferences. I don't think she's going to be at the state fair.
Let me go back to the
I think you
list.
saw it in either an email.
No, I did not.
Because
Well, you guys are going to have to start paying attention. I'm just here to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Where was it? I don't want to go back. I'll find the story later. It's not a big deal. So Sherry's going to be on the show tomorrow, you said?
Yeah, but I think I might, because she's kind of like a B-list actress who is just starting to like make her way up.
Oh, okay.
And that's how she's getting her big break, I think, is with this Joyride. So
Well, that's nice to hear.
Yeah.
So that's good. I mean, do we have to have Judd Zolgad on today? Can we just get rid of him instead? You know what I'm
he's more like Pepsi Cola than he is Sherry Cola, but I guess we could have him. Yeah.
Be the first to say though, when Tom talks, I listen.
Oh, yeah, touchdown, baby! Yeah,
I'm coming in here with a full rapt attention on Tom Barnard. Okay, damn it.
Oh God, I love that.
Yeah, you know what? For a guy who hates ass kissing, Jesus,
how's that for a suck up?
I do, man. You know that's absolutely true. Now I can't even find the damn story about the state fair anymore.
You literally brought it up because of the email that we got about her, and you brought up her name.
It was on my screen.
Yeah.
And it wasn't an email.
Okay.
It was on the screen when I was talking. Never mind. I you two are on a goddamn disaster. Let me just say that. You're horrible to work with.
Okay, she's not on the show tomorrow. Let's just can it. I'll just cancel the interview. It's not worth it.
It's triggering.
Yes.
No, it'll be cool. So, Judd, how are you today?
I'm pretty good, considering how things are going. I'm not, I can't complain. It's a gorgeous day. It'd be a perfect day for a ball game, and yet I'm glad there's not one. So, yeah, I'm great.
I'm going to pretend I'm one of the two people here with me. God, Judd, it's a really gorgeous day out. Did you know that?
I think you saw that in an email I sent you before. I'm not sure I ever really mentioned that on air.
You didn't bring it up on the show. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, Tom.
Yeah.
I love this so much. So what's new with you, pal? We don't have any. Well, we got the All-Star game tonight, which I've never cared about.
What's new? What's new is that I texted you. I think we texted back and forth on Sunday. What's new is that I've come around to your train of thought. I think you got to fire the manager. I think if you're going to, people keep saying now, well, I mean, look, there's still a half game out. Because there's no need to panic. Blah. But have you ever seen? And the answer is probably yes. But this team needs such a kick in the ass.
It does. No doubt about it.
It just needs a kick in the ass. And they had that stupid players only hitters meeting after the loss in Atlanta when they got swept, and the next day they turned around and scored 8 runs against Baltimore. And since then, aside from 3 against Kansas City, which is a minor league team, like let's face facts here, they've been terrible again. This team needs somebody. They need a different voice. I think it has never been more obvious. So while I know Rocco, we've talked about this, he signed a contract extension the last year or so, blah, blah, blah. If you want to make the playoffs and do anything, I think you got to fire him. I really do.
Yeah, we're going to have
He's lost them.
Yeah, they got outscored almost 6-1 with Baltimore.
Oh,
I mean, it's just horrible. Horrible news, right?
Well, and the thing about it, Sunday was a disaster, okay? But the other problem is if you look at most of these games, the pitching is absolutely fine. It's very good. And you're wasting all of these efforts. We bitched and moaned about how long about Twins pitching, right, Tom?
Right.
And so all of these efforts and the starters who have been really damn good, it's going to waste because they can't hit, because Buxton can't hit, because Carlos Correa has been miserable. With runners in scoring position, he's been awful. And this is just, at some point, I think you have to quit saying, because this drives me crazy, well, eventually it's going to turn itself around.
No, it's not.
Not if you don't do something. Like your only hope here is to make a drastic move that then, because we've seen this, right? We've seen this before. Players respond at times, especially when they look as dead ass as this team does, to drastic moves. So try it. What the hell?
And I got nothing against Rocco Baldelli. He seems like a very nice guy. I've never met him, never talked to him, but it's just not working, Rocco. And he's been here, 3 years?
Well, he's been here since 2019, and his first 2 years, they were, well, and this includes the pandemic-shortened season, that they were very, very good. And since then, I think they're playing something like .430 baseball.
Yeah,
like it's
terrible.
So this is 3 consecutive years, and I'm not, just to be clear, I don't think the front office works too. I think Falvey's job should be in jeopardy, but that's not the type of move that you're going to make right now that's going to spark the team.
Right.
The players aren't going to, they're not going to care about that. If you blow out Rocco, because this team, what drives me nuts is this team has zero accountability. Nobody ever gets in trouble. Like, why is this goes back to something we've been texting about for a month and a half now. Why is Max Kepler just playing every day?
I would like to get an answer to that. This man, he just can't hit. I'm sorry. He's a good outfielder. He's a damn good outfielder, but he can't hit worth a damn. What happened?
I think 2019 was the anomaly. I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
I think he was really good, but again, that's the different baseball. That's the baseball that was wound super tight. So I can't tell you the amount of fly balls that if you go back to the 2019 baseball the Twins have hit, Tom, that would have gone out.
Yeah.
But they don't.
I just, and again, I am a huge Twins fan. I love the Twins. I will always love the Twins. But I don't understand why Buxton's still around. I don't understand why Kepler's still around. I don't get it.
The Buxton thing, though, is he is signed to a 7-year contract
I know.
with a no trade clause, Tom. He's not going anywhere.
One thing that I've heard about 55 times from people on the street, Tommy, I'm so glad I ran into you, because somebody's got to talk to the Twins. Whenever Buxton strikes out, they show him going back to the dugout, chewing gum with his mouth open every time. He's going, and they're all just really pissed off about it. They can't take it anymore. It's hilarious.
That's Britt's guy, Tom. Be careful.
Yes, leave him out of it.
Well, how about if he maybe shows up 1 year?
We are busy. We're building a life together.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Also, I wouldn't be shocked if he had some sort of mouth injury by chewing his gum like that, knowing Buxton.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Lockjaw or something?
Yeah, right.
He's got lockjaw. The painful part is that I am such a huge fan. This literally is painful for me, emotionally.
Well, yeah, but it's also, so here's the thing that I don't get about this town at times, okay? So you have been and you are a huge fan.
Yep.
So in my opinion, you should be pissed off.
Yep.
Like, it feels like we're in a generation now where it's like, well, just wait, it might change, or how could you not love this team? It's like, it's easy. I hate this team right now. So what I don't get is, I think that your emotion towards this whole thing is actually spot on. It's when people say, you can't fire Rocco. Why not?
It's time. It is time. He's got to go.
I
hate to say it because I never met him, never talked to him. He seems like a nice guy, but it's just not working. And hey, you ever had a television or radio job wasn't working and they kept you on anyway? No. If your show doesn't work, you got to go. Right?
Yes. And what's sad is this reminds me in some ways, while the personalities are very different, I'm sure, this reminds me of 86.
Oh,
when
sure, yeah.
Ray Miller was blown out in September, and TK was promoted from third base coach.
Yep.
And then TK, positively for quite an extended period, got the most from that franchise.
Not at first, he didn't.
Well, in 87 though. So he took over for Ray in 86.
So that's
they were terrible, but then he got the most. I'm just saying,
Series.
Sport, changes in sports are not necessarily counterproductive.
No, I agree. I normally I would say, give the guy another. It's been long enough. It's not working. He's been around for 3-4 years. It's not working.
Yeah, and it's not. And my thing is, my observation is this, and this goes back to when he was actually successful in 2019. But you know what's never been, at least that you can tell or get a sniff of, what's never been that important to Baldelli is accountability.
Yeah.
I remember I go back to Rosario, when he would do some of the most boneheaded things. I remember there was one time that he hit a fly ball to right at target field that went off the fence. And of course he's jogging to first base because he thinks it's a home run. There were some outfield plays where he totally fell asleep and nothing ever happened. He wasn't benched.
Yep.
Nothing ever happened. And you know what? When you're winning, I think it's mildly surprising, but it's not shocking. But in this case, nothing happens. Nobody gets benched. Kepler did for a while, but then he came back and he's played. Joey Gallo, I'm sorry, but one home run every 25 trips to the plate, followed by 24 strikeouts, is not my idea of good baseball. Not sure about you. But, it's stupefying to watch.
One amazing thing to me is they start the year with Kepler and Michael, what the hell's his name in center field?
Michael A. Taylor.
Both terrific outfielders. Neither one of them can hit worth a lick.
Yeah.
Neither one. And then they put Joey Gallo in left field. He can't hit either, and he's not that good an outfielder.
Yes.
So what are we doing?
Well, I don't know if we've talked about this, but I am convinced, and this is part of the huge problem, I'm convinced that the front office is intent on replicating 2019 because, again, a lot of those baseballs wound tighter. Like Joey Gallo would probably have a bunch of home runs.
Yes.
But to what you're saying, he doesn't. And if you watch games now, it's gone back to, and this is great, putting the ball in play, right? Putting the ball in play, some speed, steal some bases. Like we're going back because of the new rules to what baseball used to be. And the Twins are stuck in this, we're going to hit home runs philosophy. Mm-hmm. Buxton goes up there. Watch his swings, Tom. I mean, every time he goes up there, he thinks he's going to hit a ball 425 feet.
Right.
He's still fast, dude. Put the ball in play.
I know he's very, very fast. As a matter of fact, even with an injury, he's fast.
Yes, it's remarkable.
Why don't we have you till 38, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, we'll take a quick break here. Be right back in just a couple minutes. More coming up with Judd Zulgad, of course, on the Tom Barnard Show.
This is the Tom Barnard Morning Show.
Well, look who's here.
Did you miss me, Big Ticket?
Like an open sore Mrs. Carmex, man. Seriously, Doug, where have you been?
I'm running Flagship Ford in Baldwin, Wisconsin.
The fireworks capital, just 15 minutes east of the St. Croix?
That's the place. Anyway, I've come up with some marketing slogans, to put us on the map. Read these and let me know what you think.
Okay. Flagship Ford, drive a lot, save a little. Flagship Ford, you think you hate it now? Wait till you drive it. Flagship Ford, the largest Ford dealership in Baldwin, Wisconsin. Flagship Ford, where the cows are nervous. Flagship Ford, there is no ship, but we actually do literally have a flag.
Awesome, huh? Read this. It's my favorite.
Flagship Ford, white cars for... Oh, hell no, I'm not reading that. You've been day drinking again?
Maybe. The point is, buying a car should be fun and make you giggle a little bit. This is a great store I'm really proud of. You can check us out at flagshipford.com or email me directly at doug@flagshipford.com.
Flagshipford.com. There's a guy named Tom Cross who likes to do kite things. Tom takes the phrase, go fly a kite, to an extreme, and for years goes all over the country in search of great kite flying events. Lincoln City, Oregon comes to mind with Chinook winds and 7 miles of pristine beach that draws folks from all over North America for the best kite flying conditions in the world. Tom brings a little Minnesota with him when he goes to Lincoln City in his new 2109S Rockwood Mini Light travel trailer. The new lightweights from Rockwood are very popular. Tom hauls his trailer from Niemeyer Trailer Sales in Albertville and Elko New Market, Minnesota. Niemeyer Trailer Sales is the only place Tom would prepare his next kite flight. Solar panels, exterior griddle, air conditioning are just a few of the standard features in his Rockwood by Forest River, from the place that is your ultimate RV headquarters since 1965. This is Tom Barnard. Visit my friends at Niemeyer Trailer Sales and take your passion on the road. Niemeyer Trailer Sales. Go to NIEMEYERS.com. Niemeyer Trailer Sales. Guys, I want to let you know about acoustic wave therapy protocol provided by my new sponsor, Twin Cities Premier Health. It's a non-invasive, non-surgical, highly effective, science-based procedure that creates an increase in blood flow and helps create new blood vessels by treating the root cause of most erectile dysfunction. Unlike using a pill to create a pharmaceutically induced erection, they treat the root cause of the problem. Age-related erectile dysfunction is most commonly caused by a buildup of plaque in the arteries that supply blood to the erectile tissue. Reach out to Twin Cities Premier Health like I did, and right now receive the special offer, a free treatment and a free consultation when you book today. That is valued at $800. 952-395-4346. That's my unique phone number, 952-395-4346 for their office, or go to TwinCitiesPremierHealth.com. And please be sure to tell them that Tom Barnard sent you. We are back. That's one of my, I love that band so much, can't even tell you.
Walk this way!
Why she told me to. I love it when he does that kind of thing.
It's good.
Except stop crossing your toes.
Yeah, well, he can't. That's the problem.
He has the ugliest feet I've ever seen in my entire life.
If you Google his feet, your computer will just explode. It will just give up. It's not great.
Steven Tyler's got crossed toes on his feet. And what causes that now? I don't even get it.
I don't know. I think there's layers of things going on with his feet because they are. You made me look it up one time, and I've never been the same. Ugh. It's fine.
The fact that he is still alive is second only to Keith with the Stones, right?
No doubt.
Keith Richards is first, but I think Steven Tyler is the second most remarkable fact. Dude, you're still here.
I know, and I love the guy. I think he's the supreme talent.
Yeah.
His daughter, Liv Tyler, is a hell of an actress. I think the world of her, too. But, man, those feet. Don't stop wearing sandals, baby.
Yeah, that's probably great advice.
Dial away from the sandals.
Ugh.
I don't wear sandals because my feet look like Northern Pike. I got a big top, a high arch.
Your feet are probably fine.
They got high arches, though.
You don't wear sandals even like when you were on vacation?
I've never, ever worn sandals.
All right.
Never. None for me. And not because I have Northern Pike feet. It's just the fact I like my feet being covered.
That's your thing?
Yeah, it is. I don't like going barefoot. Even in the house, I don't go barefoot.
I slip my shoes off all the time here, and then you'll be like, hey, help me with this computer thing. And I have to remind myself to put shoes back on.
Oh, for Christ's sake. There you go.
Because I constantly just have them off.
All right, socks with shoes, Tom?
Yes.
Socks or no
always
socks?
I noticed, I went to a wedding, and I would say 99% of the men under 40 years old were dressed in suits but were not wearing socks. They don't wear socks anymore.
Or they might be wearing, you're right, that's a big trend right now, but also the no-show socks.
No, these guys didn't have any socks.
Oh, really? Because they have the ones that are like so low that you can't see them. But
they fit inside your shoe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys were not wearing socks.
That seems so wild to me.
So what is that now? I wouldn't want to wear a pair of shoes without socks. It wouldn't be as comfortable.
So I've been told by my wife that when I wear shorts, I am not to wear socks, which I didn't realize. I thought low-cut socks would be fine.
No, really?
But she said if you are wearing shorts. Now I have never been informed that I shouldn't wear socks with actual pants or dress pants especially.
So this,
but yeah,
with me wearing shorts right now, I shouldn't have that.
I think it's fine. I'm not going to criticize that one bit. I would wear that.
I was impressed.
My muscle just locked up.
I don't know. That was impressive.
Brittany had more trouble doing that than Barnard did.
Exactly. I was very impressed. He was very hunched. I had to bend.
I got some sizable legs too, man. Those things weigh a little bit.
Yeah, that was impressive. And I'm
the Easter ham calves. Those are good. A question for you. So we're done talking about the Twins because they pisses me off too much. Is that correct?
Yes. Although I'm going to cheer you up at least slightly, okay?
Okay, good.
Because I feel like this team has been really disappointing you, and I'm going to show you the Herbeck bobblehead.
I love Herbeck.
Which you might have from the Metrodome Memories collection. Look at that swing, Tom. Look at that swing.
I'm telling you. Although he's nodding yes, but he's never done that in real life.
Yeah, here it is.
There you go.
No.
There's Herbert.
There. No. Bleep you, Bernard. No. I just wanted to bring something Twins related to this show that would put a smile on your face, and it's not going to be the current ball club.
No, it's not going to be the current ball club. No, I have to ask you another question.
Yeah.
Why did we get to an era in the NBA where people are making nearly $250 million or a little over $250 million to play? That sport is not even big in America, is it?
Oh, no, it's very big now. It's the second biggest sport to football.
Just not here.
Well, yes, and I'll defend the fans there because the team ordinarily has sucked.
Terrible.
But yes, it's the biggest. Like if you watch ESPN and stuff, as far as their talkers go, obviously football's first.
Yeah,
and it's probably not close. Basketball is a solid second.
I did not know that.
They blow off baseball now.
Baseball's in big trouble, I think, isn't it? Seems like it.
You know what I think it's become? I think baseball has fallen into the same thing, and I don't know if it's big trouble, but it's fallen into the same thing that hockey has been in basically forever. I think it's a regional sport.
Yeah, that's a good argument. I
think it's popular regionally in places. Basketball now, though, especially because of the star power that you're talking about, is national. And so, like, I've got a buddy who his kid, who I think is now in high school, is a huge fan of certain players, but they don't play for the Wolves.
Oh.
So like that, like it's a national, like he'll seek out games of players he loves, but he's not a Wolves fan per se. And that's where it's different. I think baseball has now gone into the bucket of being popular in regions, but you know, Ohtani might be the difference here, but I don't think there's a lot of guys who fans are like, I got to see this guy from the Yankees play if you're a Twins fan.
But does the NBA have a big television contract?
Yes.
Oh, they do?
It's going to get bigger.
It's going to get bigger, okay.
In like a year, yes.
I did not know that.
And they just announced on Sunday, I think, that they're going to have now an in-season tournament that they're going to use regular season games to try and pump up the intrigue in the regular season. Because the problem, baseball too, I think, but basketball and hockey, Tom, the regular seasons are 82 games.
Right.
Our attention span, especially of kids, which is what these leagues are after, our attention spans don't go for that long.
Yeah, I could see that. Yep. 162 games a year is a lot of games in baseball. There's no doubt about it.
Well, I'd like to go back to 154, which it was pre-61.
Yeah.
And the other thing, too, is if I was commissioner, I would never allow a World Series game to stretch into the month of November. Never.
I know. Isn't that
sad?
I
want the season done in October. And we have added so many layers of playoffs that I'm not quite sure I understand the need to also play 162. I think 154 and then acknowledge that the playoffs have changed too because there's a lot more games. I think it'd be a lot more palatable, but these November 3rd World Series games to me are just silly.
It really is too bad. I love baseball. I've said it a billion times, I know, but I really do love baseball. I tried to be a basketball fan. You have to remember, I am old enough to remember when the Lakers left, and nobody in my age group ever got over that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, the Lakers, how many national championships did they win as the Minneapolis Lakers? Tons of them.
We just looked this up the other day.
Oh, that's right, you did.
I think in the 10 or 11 years that they were here, it was like 7?
Yeah.
At least 7.
I think you're right.
Something like that, yeah.
I think you're right.
It was because it was like the percentages were like crazy. They won like 70% of the champ. 5 is what they had? Yeah.
5 in a 9-year span.
In a 9-year span,
in a 9-year
yeah.
span.
Crazy.
Not too bad.
That is amazing. And I'm a little boy, you know?
Yeah.
It was just amazing to see.
So how did that affect you? Because it was, I would imagine, a little bit offset by the birth of the Vikings, and the Twins just came here from Washington in '61.
Right.
So did that help a little bit? The fact that we lost the basketball team, but we also got 2 sports.
Well, it was 2 for 2, because we got, the 2 teams came to town, but then the Minneapolis Lakers and my dad left the same day. So
Wow.
Actually, you're right. My dad left earlier. Anyway, so moving forward. No,
we can talk about it. I mean, if you want to unpack some things, you know what?
You don't
I'm
want
here
to hear
for you,
those
buddy.
stories. No, you don't want to hear those. The thing about that is, to tell you the truth, it's because of Andy Fisher, my dear friend, my oldest friend. He's no longer with us, unfortunately. But he's the one who got me so interested in sports. I met him when I was, I think, 10 or 11. I think I might have been 11 years old. And he was really good at all sports, football, baseball, basketball. This man was 5'9", maybe 5'8". I don't even think he was 5'9". He's about 5'8", weighed about 160 pounds. And he played running back for the North Polars. You couldn't tackle that sumbitch. He was so hard at it, shoulder to the wheel, just played his hardest. He was a phenomenal athlete. It was great to watch. And that's how I got interested, because you would have been then talking about when the Twins just got here a couple years earlier. The Vikings just got here a couple years earlier. So meeting Andy Fisher and those teams coming to town changed my life forever. There's no question about it.
And I think what's hard, and this predates me a little bit, but I do recall it. I think what's hard for people to understand now is this. The city conference used to be just filled with talent.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Like now it's got one, I think it's got one hockey team total. But back in the day, that conference was just filled with good athletes and talent.
Do you think, Judd, that because, I'll just be upfront and honest about it. I think we really need sports, professional sports, college sports, high school, all of it, in our lives, because it brings us joy, unless, of course, your team sucks every year, which is, we've been through that before and continue to be through that in certain sports. Sports are very important, I think, for people to enjoy their lives, and in America, at least, I think around the world, actually. So it was very important that those teams all came here.
Oh, yeah. It's huge. It's funny, there's always these debates, like when teams move, about, well, they didn't really affect the economy that much. As a person whose heart was ripped out to a large degree when the North Stars left in '93, I can tell you this: there is nothing good about a team leaving. Like, you can say, well, the Wolves can leave, screw them. But I'm going to tell you right now, if they're gone, Target Center is dark.
Yep.
There is nothing positive. And the thing I love about sports is this: it's a diversion, but it's important enough for people to be passionate about. It's why I hate politics and religion. I hate them because you can't debate them. You can't debate them. You're never. No, I'm not. If I come on this show and I am philosophically on a different side of the political aisle than any of you three, okay, we're not going to end the segment with Brittany being like, you know what, Jen, those are some good points. Yeah, I'm going to rethink my political bent. But you know what you can do in sports? There is half a chance that somebody will say, oh, that's a good point. Mm-hmm. And that's what I love. And that's why I love my job, because my job entails, and look, people get pissed at me. They think I'm a moron. All of that is fine and great. But at the end of the day, it's not life or death. And I'm not really questioning your way of life, if that makes sense.
No, I think it makes total sense. No question about it. We do need sports, at least. I don't know if we need sports, but sports are very important in our lives because it is a distraction, particularly since most movies now that come out suck. TV's pretty good. We need distractions in life. And for Minnesotans, a lot of that has to do with the Twins, the Vikings, the Timberwolves, and, of course, the Minnesota Wild. We need those teams. There's no question about it. And University of Minnesota, and you go down the whole list, whether it be St. Thomas or whatever. We need that stuff for distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Yeah, Viktor Frankl's A Man's Search for Meaning.
Yes, sir.
I think about that book all the time.
One of the greatest books ever written.
And when you're young and you're still physically able to pull it off, when you are 14 years old and you're looking at a Patrick Mahomes and you're thinking, I want to be that guy one day, it keeps you on the straight and narrow.
I couldn't agree more.
Sports, I mean, it teaches you how to work as a team. It keeps you, out of the courts. For some of them, there's obviously some athletes that have definitely gone down the opposite path. But yeah, it teaches you how to work with others. It teaches you how to be coached. That's the biggest thing. One of the best compliments I ever got from a casting director. I was in a voiceover session, and afterwards she came out and said, "You're not the most talented guy I've ever worked with, but you're the most coachable."
Oh, so that's good.
And I remember
Very
thinking, that will get me further in life than having talent, is being coachable.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because if you can't tell you anything. Okay, so, and don't lie about this either.
Mm-hmm.
So when he's out in the yard doing his work in the concentration camp, and he has a little friend, a bird, did you tear up during that segment?
I couldn't not cry reading that book.
That's what I'm saying, man.
But that book is very, very inspiring, and it will definitely. If a guy can get through a concentration camp and still have a meaning to live, you can get through your 8 hours working in the cubicle. Okay, it's not that bad.
If you've never read Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning, you have to read the book. And if you don't cry, you have no soul.
It's a tough read, but it is good.
That's all I'm saying. It's a phenomenal book.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing. See, now I'm in a better mood because you brought that up.
Yeah.
See?
Now we're talking because I'm not.
Rudy
in
saves the day.
I'm not in a concentration camp today. At least today. We'll see how it works out. But yeah, phenomenal book. All right, we only got about a minute left with you. 2 minutes left with you. So what else you gonna wrap up with something?
Are you going to watch the All-Star game tonight?
No.
Do you still care? See, I've
No.
sort of lost my.
Couldn't care less.
As a kid, I used to love it. Man,
Yeah,
I
me
wouldn't
too.
miss that. I wouldn't miss that damn thing. I'll probably watch a bit, but yeah, I'm just not All-Star games, and I can't tell if it's because they've changed or more particularly I've changed. But yeah, I can't get into, well, for sure, basketball and hockey at all. And baseball is still a decent one, but I used to be glued to the TV, man. When
too.
the Twins, I remember my first All-Star game I watched was 1978 at Jack Murphy Stadium in San Diego, and I think Carew had 2 triples in that game, and it was so exciting that the local guy, the local player.
Absolutely.
And I think it's because I'm old and crotchety now, but man, is that a long time ago.
It was a long time. Hey, look, I even used to watch the home run hitting, the prelude to the All-Star game.
Yeah.
I watched all of. I mean, I'm still a huge baseball fan. I love baseball. I love my Twins, but I couldn't care less about the All-Star game anymore. Well, the American League's won like 9 in a row, haven't they?
I think they have won a few, yes. And it's funny because when I started to watch was in the midst of that National League streak. If you remember, there was like a 14-year period. I think it ended in 83, but the National League just kicked the American League's ass.
Yeah, I remember.
And of course, I was a Twins fan, so I'm like, well, that's too bad the American League can't win a game. But that's a long time ago.
Yeah, I'll check on it, but I know the American League has won at least 9 out of 10 years, 9 out of 11 years, and they might have won 9 in a row by now.
Yeah,
going for number 10.
So the only cool one was when the game was at Target Field. That was I went to that. That was really cool.
Yeah, I can see that.
That was a cool experience. But what's funny is the one that they played in the Metrodome in '85 was one of the biggest snooze fest All-Star games I've ever been to. So.
Well, there you go. It's a good way to wrap it up, talking about a snooze fest. Oh, Rudy's got it.
9 in a row.
It is 9 in a row.
Hey, there you go, Tom Barnard. All right.
I thought it was 9 in a row. They're going for number 10, and I haven't seen any of the 9, and I am a huge baseball fan.
Talk tomorrow, and I will. There's Kent saying no. No. Crotchety as ever. See you guys.
Bye, Judd.
Judd's all good, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that amazing? 9 in a row, which basically means they don't really give a rat's ass.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Do you watch it?
I'll watch the first few innings.
Will you? Okay.
Yeah, just to kind of, see who's in the stands and who's going to be, it does kind of like get you, I don't know, it lets you kind of see some of the players I don't necessarily get to see all the time. Because I watch a lot of NL just because of the Brewers. I don't watch a ton of AL.
Yeah.
So it's nice to get to see some of the other players that I should be aware of. But yeah, it just became a snooze fest. I just don't want. It's like the NBA All-Star game. Why would I want to sit and watch people half-assing it the entire time?
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, no thanks.
And that's exactly what it is. But boy, when I was a kid, that All-Star game was huge in my life.
I bet that was very exciting.
It was huge, no question. I've never been to an All-Star game, but
even the one here at Target Field.
Yeah, I didn't
really?
Go.
Huh.
No. God, I haven't been to a baseball game now in a couple of years, and I'm sure as hell I'm not going this year unless they make some changes. I'd love to go.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, one of the problems we have with sports now, and I want to run this by, I brought this up to you guys before, and I won't even mention the sport, but I used to own 6 tickets to a sport in town for many, many years, and I think the 6 tickets came to about $40,000 for the whole year, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
$160,000 now.
Sure.
$160,000 to watch a sport from a seat in the stadium.
That's wild.
No, thank you.
No.
I have no interest in that.
Well, I get back in the day when you used to have to watch sports on a 16-inch black and white tube
right.
fuzzy TV. But now that you got 75 inches of high definition in your own home and the drinks are free and they're flowing, why would you ever go to the stadium?
I know. I don't know what the hell. And maybe that's one of the problems baseball has with a 162-game season.
Sure.
81 of them are at home. And people are, man, that's a lot of games to fill up a stadium.
Yeah.
I will tell you that, but who knows? I still love it. There's no question about it. I still love baseball, but things have gotten so expensive. I mean, I don't know how much the food is, the drinks. I do believe the last time I went to a Viking game was with my son-in-law and his two friends. There were 4 of us. I bought 3 rounds of beer, and it was $120.
Sure.
You're still paying it off.
$120 for 3 beers apiece.
It's on layover.
And now apparently it would be like $180 because I think it's $15 a beer now, isn't it?
That's insane.
Yeah, we had gone to a concert and bought 4 drinks, came to $67. So yeah, I totally know what you mean.
That is crazy, you guys.
$16.50 a drink.
That's what liquid is worth that?
No such thing.
No, there's none.
You're
Absolutely not. No, if you go to a Timberwolves game, listen, I get when your team is kicking ass, you should charge a premium. But if I go to a Timberwolves game and I am paying $17 for a Northeast, that angers me to no end. This team sucks. This beer should be, in fact, they should be giving it out at a buck a beer.
To just help you get through the game.
Just show up. You're already sticking me for an expensive ticket to go watch a team that sucks. Give me a little bit of a handout with the beer, you know?
Yeah, no, I understand exactly. Love going to the games, but what are you going to do? Millions of people are pretending to work right now while they shop online. It's Amazon Prime Day today. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
I did know that because I've been waiting to buy a Kindle because I broke mine by washing my sheets when my Kindle was in there. So I'm excited to buy one of those.
Second time today you brought up a Kindle just to make me tear up.
Oh, no.
Because I never use my Kindle ever, and you know why?
Why?
Vince Flynn gave it to me.
Oh.
I really missed that sumbitch, I'll tell you. I do.
I would have never thought the word Kindle would make you emotional.
It makes me emotional because he gave it to me for Christmas one year.
Well, don't put it through the washer.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. That's really sweet. Why don't you should be using it? He would want you to.
That's not what he said from heaven.
He said
not what he told me.
Keep it somewhere buried away.
I mean, that family, I don't see them much anymore, but that family, his brothers and sisters, could not be nicer. Mother and father. Just a wonderful, wonderful family. Did you ever meet Vince?
No.
God, did you ever have a chance to run across him?
Mm-hmm.
The guy wrote amazing books. They made a movie out of one of his books, which I really enjoyed. But I really I had 2 friends, though, when we all got together, like Tino Lettieri would be there with us, and we were hanging out and all the rest of it. But then when these 2 guys got together, one's nickname was Lasty, and Vince Flynn, his last name is Lastovich. That's why they called him Lasty. So Lasty and Vince Flynn, after a couple of beers, would get in an argument every time we got together. It was these 2 would pontificate in each other's faces. It was amazing to watch.
I bet that was so insane where you're like, why are we doing this every time? But every time you still get back together.
Every time we got together, they would go after each other and they would argue about it. You see that brown dart? Well, it's not really brown.
Well, it's actually, my husband has a group of guys he goes ice fishing with, and they bring these games. They go rent a thing, and they go bring these Settlers of Catan.
Yeah.
And he says every time he has got these 2 friends that always get in a huge fight over it. A huge, massive fight. And I'm always like, well, what are you? But I guess that's the thing, is just you accept that there's going to be and you sit back and watch it.
That's exactly what we did. Because one thing I do, and it's my one guilty pleasure, I guess, is that the last couple of houses I've lived in have had a movie theater in them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really like an enclosure deal. Like the basement has a big screen, but I do love the movie.
It's pretty nice. Don't downplay it.
Well, it is nice.
I've been to it, and it's just so comfy. And the
it's
chairs,
very comfortable.
These big chairs, you each get your own chair. And then, of course, Tom's like, all right, pick out your candy and then shut up. And he's like, he's trying to be nice and mean at the same time. Make sure you grab your candy and your popcorn, Brittany, but then you better not talk. It's like such a fun experience.
It is great, but they would come over and sit in the Golden Valley house.
Yeah.
Well, you were there, too.
It's so fun.
They would sit in the back row, and you just knew sooner or later the chirping would start, and then you may as well just stop watching the movie because they were going to argue about something.
You and I and Alex and Catherine, and Andy might have been there too, but I don't think so. Last one we watched was The Witch with that talking goat, and it was so funny.
Oh, my God. What's that guy's name? Sam Raimi.
You were
the
so
Sam Raimi
pissed.
movie.
Oh, my, no. This is... the goat's talking now. We were laughing. Me and Alex were laughing so hard in the back. I mean, I wasn't even scared at any point because we were all laughing so hard.
Rudy, I am not exaggerating. This movie, Sam Raimi wrote the movie. What was it called?
I think it was The Witch.
The Witch. I think it was The Witch. At some point, a goat gets apparently inhabited by the devil.
Yeah.
He's possessed by the devil. And a guy comes in and goes, "What's that goat doing here?" And the goat looks at him and goes, "F you." Only he says the whole word.
Really?
The F-bomb comes out of a goat's mouth, and he goes like this. He goes, "F you." He's got that deal going. It's like, are you pulling my tit?
We were laughing so hard.
Remember that?
Oh, I was dying. Because we were just... I remember that was just like such a fun day. And I was like, all right, we all like horror movies, and we're all ready to be scared.
Yes,
and we're like all, cuddled up. Everybody has a big old blanket. And then it was like, bah, ram you. And we were...
What the hell? You don't have it.
Is this called Drag Me to Hell?
No.
Drag Me to Hell. No, it is Drag Me to Hell.
It's The Witch.
No, it's Drag Me to Hell. He's absolutely right when the goat talks. Yeah, this is a podcast. You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
They got some audio?
I'm looking right now. I'm trying to see because does he try to cut the goat's head off and then it bites him?
I think so.
Okay, this would have been 2009.
That's about right.
Okay.
Yep, that's about right. Why don't we do this? We'll take a break.
Sure.
We'll come back and you can play it at that point.
Great.
We'll be right back.
This is the Tom Barnard Morning Show.
Guys, I want to let you know about acoustic wave therapy protocol provided by my new sponsor, Twin Cities Premier Health. It's a non-invasive, non-surgical, highly effective, science-based procedure that creates an increase in blood flow and helps create new blood vessels by treating the root cause of most erectile dysfunction. Unlike using a pill to create a pharmaceutically induced erection, they treat the root cause of the problem. Age-related erectile dysfunction is most commonly caused by a buildup of plaque in the arteries that supply blood to the erectile tissue. Reach out to Twin Cities Premier Health like I did, and right now receive this special offer, a free treatment and a free consultation when you book today. That is valued at $800. 952-395-4346. That's my unique phone number, 952-395-4346 for their office, or go to TwinCitiesPremierHealth.com. And please be sure to tell them that Tom Barnard sent you.
The new Tom Barnard Morning Show is proud to have partners like Bradshaw & Bryant, MyPillow, and North American Banking Company founder, chairman, and president, Mike Bilski.
I've advertised on Tom's show for years, and the reason is simple. My business is recognized because of the ads, and that recognition has created growth. What business doesn't want to grow? I highly recommend the Tom Barnard Morning Show for your advertising.
Grow results for your business by partnering with the Tom Barnard Morning Show. Visit TomBarnardShow.com, keyword partner.
You need to know a guy for your auto repairs, legal issues, banking, and more. The same goes for investment advice. You need a guy to help you be successful, someone you can trust who gets results. Well, I got a guy for you. Josh Arnold. Josh gives you straight talk, not sugar-coated advice about your financial situation. Josh has seen it all when it comes to economic and market conditions, and Josh can make sure that your retirement objectives match your investments. Do yourself a favor and call Josh now for a no-obligation, 48-minute evaluation. You've got nothing to lose, and you'll get a different point of view for your investments. Call Josh at 952-925-5608. That is 952-925-5608. You'll be glad that you did. and tell him his guy, Tom, sent you.
Investment services offered by Josh Arnold Investment Consultant LLC, a security investment advisor. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. All investments involve risk. All comments and opinions are Josh Arnold's and do not constitute investment advice. Tom Barnard is a paid endorser.
Brittany Arlison.
The devil. I'll do all your bidding.
The devil in a goat.
Okay, so this is part of it. This is from Drag Me to Hell. Let me know if this is it. But this part is basically the only part of this that I can play. But here you go. Check it out.
You're mine! No! You tricked me, you black-hearted whore!
No, Milos, no!
You bitch!
Bitch. You bitch. I mean, you from that bitch.
Every day I come in the studio and this is exactly how you talk to me.
Brittany Arlison, you strumpet.
You bitch. And I cry and cry.
So he didn't drop the F-bomb there. There are some F-bombs in there, too.
Yeah, like I said, it's about the one spot that I had seen where I could play. So,
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, I just got a message from Catherine. She's not coming in for the show today because she doesn't feel well. So I don't know what that's going to do about the boat deal.
You gave her whatever she has.
I didn't give it to her. She took it from me.
That's true.
It's a big difference.
She did take it from you. Did you borrow it to her or did you lend it to her?
You can't borrow to someone.
I know. That's why I was doing
You just did it to annoy me.
Exactly.
You're annoying.
I
That's all
know.
I have to say.
Trust me, I know.
Millions of people are pretending.
I should play a goat in the next movie.
I think you should tomorrow do our weather and Goat Man.
75.
Do you remember SNL? That was a whole thing.
Jim Brewer.
Goat Boy.
Oh, was it? Oh, Goat Boy. That's right. I remember Goat Boy now.
How was that a thing?
I don't know. They loved it, though. It was a Weekend Update.
They loved it.
He's a nice guy. He's been in the studio a few times. I thought he was you ever work with him?
I've never worked with him. I think, we've had a few friends in passing. I've had a quick, 2-second interaction with him, shook his hand. Hey, nice to meet you. That was it. But from what I understand, people love him.
Oh, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Very, very, very pleasant man, ladies and gentlemen. It is Amazon Prime Day. You guys going to do anything on Amazon Prime today?
I'm going to celebrate, probably make a cake, do a whole kill a
Candles.
goat for the sake of...
Amazon Prime.
I'm going to do that the rest of the day now.
Are you a big Prime user?
Yeah, I guess I am. I don't know about big Prime user, but when I need something I needed some, I don't know, supplements or whatever, I can always get them from Amazon.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. I don't think I've ever bought clothing. I've never bought clothing or anything like that from Prime.
Me neither. I can't do Amazon clothes. That's just, and I know a lot of shops are on there, but when I do that, when I do baby stuff, I always go to the shops around me because I want them to exist. So
now this is amazing. Millions of people are pretending to work right now while they shop online. Amazon Prime Day has arrived. They made it a 2-day thing a while back, so it's today and tomorrow. If you've shopped on Prime Day before, you probably will again this year. A poll found only 5% of past Prime Day shoppers plan to skip it this time. The top 4 things we're buying are the same as last year, and the top thing they're buying is clothing.
Really?
I would have had no idea that'd be the case. Would you think that'd be right?
Yeah.
Clothing.
I've ordered pants from there.
Oh, you have?
And
Okay.
how'd it go?
About it. No, they're great. Yep.
Men's pants are different though, because you can get sizes and lengths, and so you have a good idea. With women pants, it's you just get a size, and it's usually just small, medium, or large kind of feel, or you can get the numbers, but then you don't get no choice in the length ever.
Unbelievable. Clothes, shoes, and other apparel, 63% are looking for stuff in that category. Electronics, 52%. I don't think I've ever done that either. What would you buy?
I don't want to say it because I don't want to make you sad again.
Turntable?
A turn.
Waka, 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 waka.
Yeah, I don't want to tell you the thing because you said I made you sad every time I brought up the Kindle. That's what I'm going to buy.
Oh, Kindle. Yeah, there she is again.
Sorry, but yeah.
Now, this one, you're getting lazy on me now. The number 3 thing bought on Amazon Prime Day is toilet paper.
What?
You don't want to just run down to Jerry's and get some toilet paper? Who cares?
I live in Costco toilet paper.
No, there you go.
Because then I have to get it every 4 or 5 months. Thank you. I don't want to think about it.
I don't know what this is. Amazon Basic products? What's that?
Amazon Basic is you can get like a power strip where you plug in all your electronics.
Okay.
It's stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that Amazon puts out that, like they have like Tupperware, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So that's Amazon Basics.
Yeah, the stuff you need around the house. You can buy a basic version of it.
It's probably not a bad idea.
No, you're right. Yeah, it's the generic. Like if you go to like a Target or a Cub, it's whatever their generic version is that you buy. That's what Amazon has.
All right.
Finally, hobby, leisure, and travel products 40%. It knocked non-perishable food and pantry products out of the top 5 this year. So, what's a pantry product? So you're talking about like mustard and well, that'd be a refrigerator deal, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I think that could fall in the pantry, but like cookies and anything you would put in your pantry,
okay.
I would think.
Sure.
I don't know if cleaning stuff also falls in pantry because I know people like to buy their stuff like that.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Because some people say you should put ketchup and mustard in the refrigerator. Other people say you should never put those in your refrigerator.
What?
That's ridiculous.
What do you think? Which one's ridiculous?
Oh, fridge.
You have to put it in the fridge.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But some people say you should never put it in the refrigerator.
But at restaurants, they let it sit out.
They do. That's exactly it.
Yeah,
So I know who's right here.
Yeah, I feel like you have to go fridge.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be so weird if somebody said, grab the ketchup out of the pantry. I'd go, no, thank you.
I don't understand this headline, but I'm going to run it by you. We've only got about 2 minutes left of the show. What does this mean? So classy, a new $2,000 engagement ring sticks right in your crock.
Oh.
What?
They have a certain name. It's like a widget or a widget.
Yeah.
They have these
the kids are like poking them into the holes in the crocks?
Yeah.
I've seen that now, yeah.
$2,000 for a thing that goes on your shoe.
It's a ring.
That'd be so scary to lose it.
It's an engagement ring, too, by the way. Why would you put that in your crock, though? I don't get it.
I don't know.
I'm going to come to somebody and go, put that in your crock and smoke it. What do you think?
You do wear a ring?
I only wear rings when I dress up. Because, matter of fact, I wore it on the 7th because that was our anniversary, so I wore my wedding ring all day then. I don't know why I don't. Unfortunately, it's too big because I've lost a lot of weight.
Oh, yeah.
So it's too big for me now, so I should probably have it downsized.
I normally wear mine, but I took it off for the cabin and I haven't put it back on. But Justin doesn't wear one at all.
No, he doesn't.
No, he hates rings, and so I don't care.
Yeah, I don't wear a lot of rings myself.
That's why you're such a scrumpet. You're rocking around here trying to pick up a side chick without your ring.
Side chick. You're pretty.
That's what I'm going to do. I'll go out in the hallway and do that now.
Oh.
A young woman walks by.
Aren't you a dick?
Aren't you a dick?
Don't you think I should start talking like that all the time?
Hands down, yes.
That'd be really good. And then I would be in the mental institution right next to my dad's old cell.
I wonder if they'd get you the same one or if you get like preferential treatment.
Yeah, your legacy.
Yeah.
Get me out of here. I could grab the bars like he did. It would be wonderful.
Dramatic.
What are you going to do? Okay, we only got one more. God, we only have a minute left. This show flew by today.
Sure
At least
did.
it did for me. Did it for you guys as well?
Oh, I had a blast today.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was pretty good. Back in the day on July 11th, 225 years ago, in 1798, the United States Marine Corps was permanently established by Congress. Well, today, but Marine Corps Day is in November, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't U.S. Marine Corps Day in November? I thought it was.
Yeah, well, there's the day they make the announcement, but the day they cut the ribbon.
I suppose, yeah.
First off, how did you know that?
How did I know what?
That Marine Corps Day is in November.
Because one of my best friends and my oldest brother were in the Marine Corps.
November 27th.
The 27th?
Yeah.
I thought it was earlier than that. I thought it was around the 10th or 11th. But it's the 27th.
27th. That was... And then the Marine Corps birthday is November 10th.
There you go. That's what I was thinking of. Was the Marine Corps birthday. It was on the 10th or 11th. I knew that.
Yeah, what's up with the Marines getting all these days, man?
Yeah. Marine Corps. What the hell?
I thought if you were a Marine, you were okay with taking a little less. So you get one day out of the year. What's up with them taking 3?
Double time. I love the fact they don't call it their hat. They call it their cover.
Yeah, you have to wear. That's what you do in the military. You never call it your hat.
Oh, it's always
your
all
cover.
branches of the cover now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's always been that. So like you have to be wearing a cover when you're outside, and you never wear a cover when you're inside.
There you go. I like it. I got my cover on. I better get the hell out. Oh, Rudy and I both have to get the hell out. We both have covers on.
Awkward.
All right, hell of a show. That show flew by today. That was amazing.
That's
no
super
question
fun.
about it. We will talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.